Yeah. Yeah, how you feel that beat? Come on now.
Give you a jab to the nose and make you say what's up. I'm in the club, nigga, tuck
With this long barrel.
when the music starts having singing, not Christmas carol. People hate me, man, I really do know why. They see the wings on my back and they know I'm gon' cry. So what the fuck's supposed to do? Just try to please people. Got my indicate cool family and I don't get people. Remember, used to put newspaper in my tennis shoes. Used to walk around in them tennis, the many shoes. For party, nigga, I was too thugged out for that. Never told all my enemies I couldn't be a rat. But niggas told on me, nigga, they got it in return. Now in they mama's living room in a nice earth. Fuck you, your whole crew, bitch, cause you gon' get caught. Blow your brains out in your lap, now hold that thought. Motherfuckers stop pretending of a new era. Say we're getting it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still real. G5 legacy never in the bitches stop pretending.
Hey, this been a long time coming right here. It's been a long time coming. Long time taking. This is that. We talked about it more than a few times. But listen, I don't know if they're ready for this now. Hey, we had to make it happen. I don't know if they're ready for this though. Okay. Little, man, do little right here. You know how we go. They run my man God.
Niggas will touch your ass, you wish they fucking Bobby. Menace to society.
That's my favorite one.
Desert Eagle 50 caliber,
That's my favorite gun.
My nature gunning, yes, I'm gunning for your fucking dome. You the homie kid, cause you always running fucking home. And BK got a boy, your house, we'll clap it up. Around my mouth like a big booty bitch,
I'm gonna clap it up.
Try niggas on pickups just like they did in Jasper. Keep fucking around, your new friend is gonna be Casper. You gonna be in the casket, people trying to coffin on you. But so many hoes ain't taking can play golf on you. Motherfuckers stop pretending I'm a new ever. Jay will getting it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never in the bitches stop pretending.
5 legacy.
This is the beginning of a new era.
Yeah, see, we talking about that shit 18 years ago, bro. It's on 18 years old. 18 years old.
It sounds like it
Fuck that
was
shit, bro, I'm
Tired of being nice.
White shit in your head, this Mac is not my fucking lice. Like you can turn mics fed, like the pistol stay with some lead. Like Marita dog, stay with some bread. I lived in the trailer, not no projects. It still got it, but you couldn't run on my set. I kill niggas, dog, and also I kill time. Tell out my snitches, head too fucking miles. Niggas tell on me, goddamn, they drop the fucking down. Your brains are gone, now you out of your fucking mind. And niggas know I fight you, bitch. Yeah, I'm ready to strap, but they don't fucking understand to get the bitch to that head.
Gun clap.
It's the beginning of a new era. Say we're getting it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still winning. G5 legacy never
I
in the
told him I
bitches
need to be doing some
It's the beginning of a
Oh,
new
we gonna
era. Say we're getting it poppin',
we got
nigga,
all
cause I'm
time.
so
You
clever.
wearing your brand, don't know what we doing. We gotta wear our brand every day.
Every
day. Uh. Yeah, hey, welcome to another great episode of 5Cast where we know how we do it out here. We do it big. Now, the one thing you're probably gonna notice right now, there isn't any food on the table. And the reason why there's no food on the table because, you know, this is my bro right here. So our thing is we haven't been face to face in a minute. So our thing is we're gonna go get something to eat after this right here. So that's why. So don't think we're not giving the experience out. You know, he's just gonna get extended part. We're gonna go get something to eat. So shout out to me on that right there. Okay, that's the first thing you gotta understand. All right, so hey, the reason why this episode is so special to me is because one, when you can do a show with somebody that you watch them as they kind of came through the game. What we're talking about is the trucking industry from the start. We talking about from A. We ain't talking about from, we talking about from A. And so when you can watch that and see how they're growing and what they're doing and how they move and you can sit here and bring them to your show and you can talk about it. I'm talking about, man, it's amazing. It's amazing because a lot of people don't get to see that, so that's why, I wanted to get him here as soon as possible, but it's been a long time coming, but as soon as possible still, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado, when I come back, we'll do the quick commercial with my girl Pamela. You know what I'm saying? She has a nonprofit organization for truckers and Sunshine Trucking. I want you to check that out.
I remember my first paycheck as a company driver. I was appalled. How could I survive on $600 a week gross? Paying bills and managing over the road on a trainer's truck, things could get tight. I knew then that I had to help create the change that I wanted to see. To be impactful to the underserved trucking community, I founded my nonprofit Sunshine for Truckers.
All right. You know what I'm saying? That's my girl Pamela in the daggone building. Oh, we got old 45 in the building up here. Alexis doing her thing. Shout out to my girl Alexis.
Shout out.
You know what I'm saying? Doing her thing straight out of the NO, doing what she do, doing great stuff and making things happen out there in multiple states because that's what she does. She makes things happen. And she only rides in Mercedes Benzes. I noticed that.
You gotta
She a
bring
big baller,
man.
You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get her, but you know, she be 1 minute she out, this other. I don't put her business out there, but she be in one state for 20 minutes, then she come back here 2 minutes, then she's at a football game, and next thing I know, she be sitting over there in New Orleans, then she back over here doing some stuff, Niagara Falls. I don't know what she be doing.
Man, that's motivation.
You know what I'm saying? She be doing her thing. So shout out to Daggone Alexis for doing it. All right, so like I said, you know, this is my bro for real. You know what I'm saying? I know there's people that is your bros from when you know, growing up, we didn't grow together, nothing like that. But when we met, we met in a parking lot in San Antonio. And we, you know, it was a group of us and we had a conversation. And out of the group of people that were there were only a few people there that were ready. I'm gonna say that they were ready. They're ready to do what they need to do. I mean, and we talking about, that's why I say from ground zero when you watch somebody do that. And so without further ado, you know what I'm saying? Y'all call them what you want to call them. You can call them first choice. You can call them We Made It Out. Some people call them Huey based off of where he's from, you know what I'm saying? But I call him Lee. You know what I'm saying? That's my bro. What's going on with you, boy?
What's up,
Come on now.
Say, man, it's been a long time coming.
Okay, it has been. It has been.
When you called me on the phone the other day, you said, hey, man, when you coming?
Yeah.
What I tell you? Say, hey, man, I'm gonna put it together.
Yeah, you said that now. You said that.
5 told me, hey, man, it's either you gonna do it or you ain't.
Come on now, shout out that. Now that sound like me right there. You know me, I'm like, I ain't got time for all that extra stuff. You gonna do it or we're not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
So when you say, man, this is my brother, it's real. You know, it's been 100 ever since we met.
Right.
Nothing less. I can call him, I can ask him some game. He gonna give me raw game. He gonna give it to me the way it's supposed to be. He ain't gonna water it down or nothing.
No, we can't be doing no water now. We ain't got time for the water, nothing down. But before we get started in here, who you got with you today?
Say, man, I had to bring.
Come on now.
I had to bring my right hand man.
Did you bring him with you?
Say, man, this was like my cousin, but like my brother. It's special.
I appreciate that.
And his name what?
It's special, man.
Okay, we'll bring him on it. What's going on?
All right, what's up?
What's up with you, man?
I'm good.
I told you before, man. I felt like I knew you anyway. I told you when you came on in, I said, bro, I feel like I know you because one, you know, I watched him leave for, you know what I'm saying, the time I've known him. He keep you in his post, baby.
Yeah.
He keep you in the post. You know what I'm saying?
Guy, yeah.
You know, he's like, no, boom, post. You know, we talking about, you know, back in the days and everything. And like, nah, he like you his man, 20 grand. You know, you want to tell the people a little something about yourself, who you are? So they, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be having some conversations, you know, you're going to be in the conversation too now. That's how it's going to work.
I'm his first cousin, Greg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I kind of laced him up with game as he was coming up, and now he'd have flipped the script.
Come on now.
I could get game from him. Yeah.
Say, man, it's a blessing.
And that's what we're here to do. We're here to talk about that game too.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about some of this treachery going on out here too now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because that's what I want people to understand. That's getting into the game. Because there's a lot of game out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we appreciate you, G. Like I said, you're gonna be part of this conversation. So, you know, I'll be bringing you in on everything, no problem at all.
Appreciate it.
So, my brother, you know how this thing go. You don't watch the show, you know what I'm saying? You know, how it goes up in here. You know what I'm about to do. We going back to New Orleans. That's what you don't mind going back to New Orleans for me? Okay, let's go back there. We're going back to the block, but we're gonna go back to we're gonna hit what was your name back there when you were young?
Shit, everybody know me by Lee.
Okay, that's what I call you too. So, you know, so Lee. 8th grade Lee. 8th grade Lee. You know what I'm saying? Did you have any brothers and sisters at that time?
Yeah, I got my little sister.
Your little sister
is you know, we come up together the same house. So my little sister, I want to say she about maybe 39.
She 30. Okay, so what was the number difference between y'all two?
3 years.
3 years. Okay,
About 3 years.
Okay, so 3 years. Okay, All right, so 8th grade, I'm gonna say what we about what? 12? 8th grade? 13?
I don't know.
Let's say 13. 13 years old. So 13-year-old Lee, tell me what your mindset was at 13 years old. In New Orleans now. We talking about in the NO.
Man, just trying to make it out. Just trying to make it out. Man, I grew up in a single parent household.
Okay.
So at 13 years old, I was just trying to make it out, literally.
Okay. All right. So what was your mindset though? What was the mindset like? You know what I'm saying? What you going out there playing? You know what I'm saying? You had a creative sense of thinking, stuff like that?
I didn't, man. I didn't think past New Orleans until the hurricane came.
All right. So 13, it was just really, it was all about, you didn't see nothing outside of that piece right
you
there.
really want to know what I was doing at 13, it'll probably blow a lot of people's mind.
Right. Okay.
At 13.
But I'm just saying in the thinking wise, you got
I wasn't thinking.
You wasn't thinking.
I wasn't thinking.
Okay. So nothing outside of New Orleans.
Nothing outside of New Orleans.
Okay. And the reason why I'm saying that, because one, somebody gonna listen to this. Somebody's gonna hear this. Some kid somewhere.
Right.
That's gonna watch this. You understand?
Right,
and they might feel at the time where they're at in their life, you know what I'm saying, Greg? Yeah. They might think, you know what, there's nothing outside of wherever they're from. You know what I'm saying? You just happen to be representing New Orleans.
Right.
But these kids or somebody that's watching this, or somebody who has a kid who's gonna, or they have a nephew, they're gonna send this to them. You get what I'm saying? That's the point of this show right here. Yeah. Because it's really to get people past that sticking point. You get what I'm saying? You know, so because one, we all have a past, you know what I'm saying? No matter what, we all have a past, period. Yes. You know, and like I said, this is nothing here to highlight or talk about any specific things, but we can talk about, you know what I'm saying, like me, you know, me coming up, you know what I'm saying, in Charlotte, in the projects, you know what I'm saying? It was what it was, you know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't see outside of my projects, except for when I left the school. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I didn't go to a grocery store that was outside of the lane of, you know what I'm saying? So you wind up going to the same, it was two. There was a food, before Food Line was Food Line. It used to be called Food Town. Before they changed the Griffin and the name, and then Harrison Teeter. Okay. Those were the two stores that were in the direct line of the projects I lived in. Those are the only two grocery stores that we ever went to, and they had 3 guys.
That's deep.
And that 3 guys was a grocery store. It wasn't like a hot dog place. It was a grocery store, right? So really, growing up in Charlotte, I only knew, like, okay, boom, you either go to Food Town or you go to Harrison Teeter, or you know what I'm saying, the bus came up top on the hill right there. You know, we knew we get on city bus. We knew how to do transfers. We know how to do that. You learn that as a young kid. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so you in NO. What was NO like back in that time when you was 13 years old?
And New Orleans was a fun place to be at, man. It wasn't as bad as it is now.
Okay.
You know, I think when I was about 13, you know, we had fun playing basketball on the corners.
Okay.
You know, we put a milk crate on a pole.
That damn shout out to that damn milk crate. A lot of people don't understand about the milk crate now.
And we didn't have
many people who got their back broken off that daggone milk crate now.
Look, ours was so cold because it was on the curb.
Ooh.
We didn't have no backboard. So fire hydrants. Nobody played in fire hydrants. That was our recreation on the ghetto. But it was normal though, right? It was normal. You know, G, am I lying? It was normal, and it ain't nothing that's bad. It's just that's what we had.
That's what we knew,
and that's what we knew. That's what we had. That's all it was, right?
Tell your kid do that now. Watch what they tell you.
Right? They're gonna look like crazy, probably.
Tell them drink out a hose pipe outside the house.
They don't go outside at all.
Right, but staying with it, it was a normal thing. So to us, once again, and the reason why I'm saying this because there's a point to all this, right?
Right.
You coming up, you know what I'm saying? NO. You said I didn't see past NO. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, during that time period, right?
Right.
Most people in our hood, there's a famous picture. It ain't famous. You probably different cities, whatever. Where I come from, there's this picture that shows a kid looking up, and there's buildings all around the kid, and people think it was in skyscrapers, but what it was the projects. Right. The kid never seen outside of the projects.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That was their world. Yeah. And so you same thing. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. It doesn't really matter where you come from.
No.
That world of enclosure is everywhere throughout the United States. Yeah. It's everywhere. Okay. All right. So what school did you go to when you were 13? That's probably middle school, right? I don't know if y'all call it middle school or junior high.
Middle school. I think I was at the St. Louis Cathedral.
Okay, you at the Louis Cathedral out there. You know what I'm saying?
At St. Louis Cathedral.
Okay. All right. Was it what school like with
Catholic school? It was actually
Catholic
school.
with the nuns and stuff.
Yeah, it was nuns.
Okay, all right. No, that's cool. Let me do the rough school. You know what I'm saying? No, that was.
Real life.
You know what I'm saying? My ex, she went to one. We call them parochial schools. You know, they would go to them schools right there. Listen, it was about their life over there.
It was different.
But one of the nuns didn't play. Yeah. I don't know what they were on, but
bring me that ear.
They didn't play. Them jokers would put them hands on you,
pulling them
rulers on you, everything. Okay, all right. So let's move on to high school. High school, where'd you go?
High school after 8th grade, I went to McDonald 35.
Okay, say it again.
McDonald 35.
McDonald 35. Okay. Well, why was it 35? What was the significance of that? The schools.
It was something different. It was going to be a challenge in school. You know, I had to take a test to get in there. You got to be accepted. You can't just go there. You got to test to get in there.
So that means you had a mind on you.
Yeah,
that's what it means. That's what it means. Great. He's trying to be modest up in here. Yeah. That's why I'm glad you're here. That's why I'm glad you're here. Yeah. That's why I be having people bring people because I don't got time for him to be all modest.
Hey, man, we had to.
You were smart out here. You were smart. Man. You were smart. Okay. All right. So did you play sports in high school?
I played football, but I didn't want to go to practice.
You want to go to practice? Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, I think we all had that piece right there. Now we wanted to do the main event, but we didn't want to do nothing else that corresponded with that sport. No. But game night.
Right.
You know, and be mad because we couldn't play great. You know what I'm saying?
Bright lights come on.
Be hot because we couldn't. Coach, come on, we can't play. Listen, coach.
Yeah.
You ain't making practice. I'm like, what?
Practice.
Listen, I'm sounding like Iverson, right? Practice. We talking about practice. You know I'm gonna go in the game and give you about that on 35, coach. You already know what's gonna happen.
Show up. Game.
Show up.
All right. So time goes by. You're in high school. You're doing your thing right there. Yeah. So extracurricular, meaning like just the everyday things. Like what did Lee do when he was by himself? Nobody around him, not out on the street or nothing, but just by yourself. Who were you, and what are the things that you did for yourself?
When I was by myself, man, I did a lot of thinking, and what I mean by that, I was just thinking about how to get out. I really didn't think about nothing but how to get out. Nothing else.
So you got to that point where you started to see or think beyond New Orleans, you're saying?
I didn't see that, man, honestly, until a hurricane hit in 2005.
Okay, all right. So we don't get there yet. So okay.
Right.
All right, cool. So all right, so you're still there. You're 18. So you didn't play no sports in high school?
No, sir.
You didn't do none of that type of stuff. Okay,
no,
cool.
Sir.
No problem. So 18 years old. You're a grown man at this point. Okay. What was life like for Lee?
Just working.
Just working. What kind of work you do? I mean, what did you do?
I did some restaurant jobs. I was fried cook.
Come on, you didn't put that fried cook on there, did you? What restaurant you was at?
We was at Eddie's.
Who?
Eddie's.
Yeah, shout out to Eddie's. They still there, Greg? No, they done shut down.
Eddie's shut down.
They done shut down. Come on now. Okay, probably had something to do with the storm too.
Eddie's has been around a long time.
Oh, really?
Man. The last thing they had was Lil Dizzy. Lil Dizzy was still up. Is owned by the owner's son.
Oh, for real?
That's the last part of Eddie's that's still.
The last part of it. Oh, okay. So one sectional places. Okay, got it. All right. So you working there? So you did some old line work and stuff like that. So, how old were you when Katrina hit? Because just so I can kind of know where to go.
I don't even know, man.
You know what I'm saying? Were you grown? I mean, because I mean, with the story I'm trying to tell.
I was probably in my 20s.
Early 20s.
Kind of.
I'm gonna ask Greg, man.
I said mid 20s.
Mid 20s.
Greg gonna know.
Mid 20s.
Greg gonna know.
Mid 20s. Okay. The reason why I'm asking because I'm trying to walk the story.
Right.
Okay. You know, and just kind of see because, like, you know, the culminating piece is it's gonna how you are and why you think like that. You know what I'm saying? The way you think. So I know at this point where you went to school with the nuns. You know what I'm saying? You did that thing. You played ball with the crate. You know what I'm saying? You did that when you were a little younger. You worked at Eddie's. Eddie's, right?
Eddie's. It was Eddie's restaurant.
Eddie's restaurant. Okay.
Eddie's restaurant.
Eddie, there we go. You know what I'm saying? You know, accent sometimes get me. You know, I'm a country from North Carolina, but I can't catch them things every time now. You know, all of you talk a little different. You know what I'm saying? You know, different than me. You talk a little different than me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got that little drawl where we from. We got that country drawl, right? All right, so you're doing that thing right there. Okay, let's go ahead and move out to the storm then. All right, because but why did you were there during that time period too, right? Because you known him for a while, right?
Yeah, I was there throughout his life.
His life. Okay, there we go. Maybe I get somebody to Greg because he ain't saying nothing. You know, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. I'm talking about him and I'm trying to get his personality. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see.
It's been the same. Like you know him now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been the same.
Just the same
he
way.
He was a serious little kid.
Are you serious? Like what you mean serious? Like give me something simple where you thought he was just a serious kid.
He didn't really like play like the rest of the
There we go. Now we get something.
You know, like kids gravitated toward him, but he was like the leader of his little pack.
Right.
So he just really didn't play a lot.
Okay.
He played sports or whatever, but you know,
just more serious minded.
Yeah, just serious.
The serious minded. Yeah, and what made you that way though? What do you think made you that way?
I really can't say what made me that way.
Okay.
And I think it just was part of my personality, part of who I was.
Right.
It's kind of the same way now, man. You know, like you say, man, when you ask me to do this, you're gonna do it or you're not. I've just been that person.
Right. And that's good. That's straight good. Okay. What's his best quality, Greg, during that time period? And we talk about this before Katrina. Before Katrina, yeah. We pre-Katrina on this right here now.
I mean, it's still the same thing. He got a word. If he said it is what it is.
What it is.
Yeah, he's not gonna bend.
Right.
That could be a good thing or a bad thing. He's a Leo. That's a Leo trait.
Right.
He is not gonna bend.
Nah, and I think it's a great trait because one, you know, because even in this part of the thing, I mean, I know how I know him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and so, you know, him being the same way, then that's cool, or whatever. But I know what I respect about him. I know what I like about him. You know what I'm saying? And the way he does things and the way he is. And I think
he's solid.
It's just cool.
Yeah.
And because a lot of people they don't move like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's the reason why I pick music for people for a reason when I have them on the show. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I made a comment. I said, you know, when last time you heard that, you know what I'm saying, that Butter Law.
You brought me back.
You know what I'm saying?
I was young.
Yeah.
I was young when that Butter Law.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but it just, you know, what they were saying in the song, it meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, ABL, they were teachers.
Yeah.
They would teach people. And in the part in that verse in that song is like, you know, people come to our show, you know what I'm saying, because we're gonna learn, we're gonna give it to you raw, you know what I'm saying, like it is.
Yeah.
No fluff with it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I get from you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I picked that particular song. You know what I'm saying? So don't play with G5. G5, you know what's going on in here. You know what I'm saying? Come on down. Hey, we're going to jump into this Jaw Juice real quick. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Darren and saying Lil D. When you're ready for that pickup, there's only one juice to go for, and that's the Jaw Juice. That's 281-455-8797. Get you some of that good stuff. Jaw Juice.
So much.
Yeah, we back. Hey, make sure y'all get some of that Jaw Juice. Support it. You know what I'm saying? You know, they'll pull up on you if you go to @Jaw.Juice, I think it's 10. They'll make sure they deliver that Jaw Juice for you and make sure everything is happening. You know what I'm saying? All the time. So please support them all day. All right. So now let's talk about the big thing. You know what I'm saying? And the big thing was 2005. The thing that kind of affected so many people, whether they stayed in New Orleans or whether they were, had relatives there, whatever. I think that was one of the things that kind of affected a lot of people in the country. You know what I'm saying? But only imagine the people that affected who were there. You know what I'm saying? Right. So were you there when Katrina hit?
Yes.
Okay. So the night before, you hearing everything, you know, Greg, you can chime in as well, because you was there too, right?
No. Okay. I wasn't there for that.
Okay.
I wasn't there.
Okay. So Lee, you were there night before. Everybody in the city's talking like, oh, you know, we dealt with hurricanes before, blah, blah, blah. What was the mood like the night before?
Everybody was in a panic. Everybody was trying to get out. So you're looking at everybody on the highways and everything. They deciding to leave and things of that nature. I'm like, man, if I'm going to get stuck, I'd rather be stuck in a building versus stuck on a highway.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have some kind of surroundings.
Right.
Versus just being on a highway stranded.
Right.
You know, it took, 4 hours to get to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Katrina 10 to 16 hours.
Gosh.
You know,
right.
I'm not going to do it.
You weren't going to mess with that right there. I'm
going to sit tight.
Sit tight. Okay, all right. So the next day came, the leverage broke. What was the mindset? What were people doing? How was that from what you seen yourself?
It was totally different, to be honest, man, because the storm had been passed when the leverage broke. The next day, the leverage broke. I remember sitting at a storm that passed, man. I'm sitting there, I'm looking out out the apartment, the roof gone and everything. I'm just sitting there looking like, damn. The storm that passed, now we getting flooded. We didn't get flooded when the storm hit. We got flooded after the storm.
So the whole time the storm blowing in, water blowing,
we got
nothing
water,
happened.
But it was nothing like what we got.
So you saying literally after the day after the storm, it was nothing going on, wasn't no flooding.
We got flooded out after the storm. Literally. The wind was bad.
Right.
The water was bad. I stayed on the 3rd floor.
Uh-huh.
And when I looked outside,
right,
it was probably about 7 feet of water.
Huh?
Then slowly we started to get more water. We started getting more water and more water.
Yeah.
So by the time I looked to the front gate,
Uh-huh.
you can't even see the top of the gate.
Come on, bro.
About 12 feet plus.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they only tell you half the story.
Right. So you see 12 feet of water. You had any family members with you?
Yeah.
At
My
the
mom
time?
was with me.
So Mom Deuce was in there. Okay. All right. So what was your thoughts at that point? You got 12 feet of water, Mom Deuce right here. What was your thoughts?
How we gonna get out of here? Once the water settled,
yeah,
food gone. I said, I think we left that Wednesday. We started moving around.
Okay. So how many days were you in there before that it got to that point?
We was there 2 days. We stayed 2 days. I think we left after the 3rd day.
Was the water going down or somebody could reach
no,
y'all in boats?
I mean, the water was still there.
Right.
I went in there. We stayed in an apartment complex. So I started going through the apartments, taking refrigerators. Take the doors out the refrigerator, turn them on their back.
Right.
And I used that for floating people out of there.
Come on now.
We went through the lowest point of the apartments, and that's how we got out.
Are you serious, bro?
I'm dead serious. Mind you, it's 12 feet plus. I can't swim.
Hold up. So you can't swim?
I can't swim.
So you get in the refrigerator.
Oh no, I'm walking through the lowest point. I'm gonna find.
I'm gonna
find another route.
Okay. That's why you hit the lowest point.
Yeah.
And so you got whatever you could get
to get people out.
Mom Dukes,
older people. I never forget it, man. It was a lady I got out of there. She probably was about 70-something years old, and I was carrying her. She looked so frail because she was up in age.
Right.
And I asked her, was I hurting her? She told me, she said, "Man, you're doing me more help than you are hurting." I never forget that.
So let me ask you this, and I'm asking, so like kind of even the military, right? Let's say you go into the hostile situations, right?
Right.
And it's bad, but there's people there that are they're not bad. You know what I'm saying? But you know when you leave, it's gonna be bad for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Things are going on, fire, bombs, all this right here. And but you can get people. So you get people, you get as many as you can. Let's say you're taking people and you just stuff them in your, I'm a helicopter guy, right? So you just stuff them in the helicopter. You get them in the helicopter because you want to get them out of there because whatever's about to happen, it's gonna happen. And so I'm liking that to, you know, I'm gonna ask you this. At what point did you just kind of like, you know what? I got some people over here. I need to go back and find some more. Like, how was it? Was it hard for you to stop?
Believe it or not, man, we got a lot of people out of the section that we was in. It wasn't a lot of people that stayed behind.
Right. Okay.
So what we did, we tried to get everybody out that stayed behind. We was all in one corner of the building. From the 1st floor to the 3rd floor. We put all our food together, water together. We taking baths, 20-ounce bottles of water, you know. So it was survival.
Right.
But we got pretty much everybody out, and then we went with our move. We left. We went to the back of Haynes, and that's when they started sending trucks. So we found a guy that had a truck, and they got us up out of there.
Okay.
But yeah, it was different, man.
Right. So how was it trying to contact other family members and stuff like that? I know you had family all through there.
Oh man, everybody was scattered, man. Everybody was lost. It wasn't until probably afterwards when we started to come back in contact with each other. Probably like after we get to Houston and things like that, everybody start getting the phones and checking on each other. You know, as soon as we get to the phone, we start to link back up.
Right. Okay. So from the time you got to Houston, how long was it before you actually went back to check and look and see what was going on?
I can't remember. It was a while. It probably was about a month or so.
About a month or so.
Because you couldn't get right back into the city. Because mind you, when we got to Houston, they rerouted our bus. They said we're not taking no more people from New Orleans.
Hold on. Say what?
Yeah, they rerouted our bus because when we got to Houston, the people in New Orleans, you know, we didn't been repositioned. So we got up there, things didn't go the way they thought it should have went with them opening their doors for us. So they said, okay, we're not taking no more people from New Orleans. So they rerouted our bus from Houston to Atlanta.
What?
Yeah, so 12 hours on the bus going to Houston.
Yeah.
And then they shot us across to Atlanta. I stayed in Atlanta for 6 months.
Are you serious?
Promise you.
Come on, bro. They put a stop hold on people.
We don't want no more people from New Orleans. Anybody from New Orleans that's on the show,
yeah,
if they call in tonight, they're about it.
Come on, man. See, I'm not hitting the button to support that. I'm just like, it's crazy. You already got displaced, man. You hear they bring people from other countries here and put them up nice and give money and everything, but people right here, that's what happened.
They didn't like the way we responded. Refugees. You can't address a group of people as refugees that just lost everything. Man.
Everything,
because of some stuff that just happened. So they was out there. They responded how they responded, man. And
So what was your mindset as you on the bus now headed to Atlanta? Like, how hot were you?
Man, I just want to get somewhere where I could take a bath and go to sleep at that point.
Because like I said, you had already been a couple of days there.
And working.
You know what I'm saying? Moving back in that water.
In the water.
Hadn't had time to clean yourself from that. Then you get here.
The Siny bottle. 1 bottle to wash, 1 bottle of rinse.
Come on, bro.
3 days of that, man. Wow. We had to go in the soda machine, man. Broke the soda. That's how I realized how much money they had in the soda machine. Had to go in the soda machine.
Right.
I took every bottle of water out of there.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want no cold drinks. I wanted water. Took all the water that I could get out of the machine.
Right.
I came up on about 100 bottles.
Okay.
That's what we had to survive with for 3 days.
Come on, man.
Bathe, drink, wash your face, brush your teeth. It was crazy.
That's crazy. That's more than crazy, man. Hey, we'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna jump into this commercial real quick for J Love Counter Co. And we'll come back with some and we're gonna move on, of course, you know what I'm saying? But we just had to get that piece right there because one, like I said, it's gonna help people kind of understand Lee probably the way I understand him, you know what I'm saying, the way I know him, and understand why he is the compassionate, helpful guy that he is. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be right back right after this commercial.
When you know it's time to get the mood right. There's only one candle, and that's J Love Candle Co.
Don't be laughing at me, man.
Shout out
to you. You ain't about to joke me on that right there. See, I ain't even want to play it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even want to play it. But you mess around and got to be playing that thing. You know what I'm saying? I had to play it. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. All right. So we on our way till we get to Atlanta. But you already told me you was in Atlanta. They received y'all the right way? You feel?
Yeah, Atlanta with love.
Okay, number love. So you was there for 6 months. So into that 6 months, like at that point, you said, hey, I'm going back to New Orleans. I'm going back to like what was your mindset?
I went back to New Orleans, man. I actually got a job with the co-engineers. We were working doing the cleanup.
Okay.
So that's how we actually got some money back, man.
Okay, so that's good. You know, you go back to help your city. You know what I'm saying? So you actually part of that cleanup. How long y'all you doing that?
I did that shit for almost a year.
About a year? Okay, all right then. So we would do that. We're cleaning the city up, core engineers, doing things, getting the city back right. At the completion of the year though, what did you say to yourself?
I gotta keep going.
Gotta keep moving. Okay, just like, hey, this is probably not it for me.
Nah, once that ended, it was on to the next thing.
What we gonna do? I guess I'm just trying to figure path as you move up to. Okay, you came to Texas. So what part did you come to?
Well, that was first. I was in Houston first.
Okay,
North side Houston. Right
North side of Houston. Okay. Okay, out there in Houston. You came back to the city. You know what I'm saying? North side. Okay, did your thing. All right, is that when you gonna get to the oil game or?
No, I didn't make it in the oil game until I got to San Antonio, which was about 2014.
Okay, so 14. All right. So now everybody talk about the oil game. They say it's hard work. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't make it out there because one, you got to be able to listen. You got to be able to pay attention. You got to be on your P's and Q's out there in the oil game. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're on that ground doing some ground stuff. So,
yes, sir.
How did that come to you, or how did you approach it? Somebody say, "Hey, man, I know somebody out there in the oil game. What do you think about this?"
Man, I had one of my buddies in San Antonio, old cat, and he used to always tell me, man, hey, look, bro, this oil game is good. It's good. You got to check it out. But you need a CDL. So I applied for it. They shot me down. So finally I applied again and they took me. So when they took me, I actually was in the process of getting my CDL on my own. I never forget it. I was about to pay $6,500.
Ooh,
CDL.
Yeah, that was hard. That was hard. They were taxing.
The day I got ready to make my first payment, FTS International called me. Never forget it. I said, man, I'm getting my license. They said, you paid for it? I said, no. They said, well, good. Don't pay for it. We got a program. After you work for us for 180 days, we're going to get it for you.
What? Okay. Come on now. Look at that. On time. That's that on time stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? That's when it hit on time. Okay. All right. So you get that. Did you have to relocate? Is it one of the local things? I mean,
it was straight based out South Texas. So basically what we did, we went around different parts of South Texas.
Okay.
And we just fracked.
Okay, fracking. Can you tell people what that means? You know what I'm saying?
High pressure fracking, man. We just pretty much like preparing for them to extract the oil. They go in there pretty much after they do drilling.
Okay, so the first process is people they drill.
Yeah, they drill.
And then the frack part. I'm saying because you help me understand because I hear fracking, but I don't know. They drill.
They come through with the cement.
Okay.
Then they come through with fracking. Fracking actually break up the shells for when they get ready to pull that oil out and go into production.
Wow.
So we come through with a frack. We start fracking. After we frack, they got a coil tubing rig come out. Coil tubing come out. They clean out that hole.
Okay.
So now the coil tubing clean it out. Now they ready for production. They start setting up production jacks.
Okay, so fracking got to do something with sand and stuff like that.
It's a lot of sand.
A lot of sand with it. So it just kind of make it easier for it to go through and break down or something.
You know what? It actually helps to open it up.
Okay, got it.
So you basically pump it down there so you can get that hole open.
Okay.
You got my guy, blue collar CEO, man.
Shout out to the old blue collar. You know what I'm talking about?
He heavy into that.
Right. He know that game.
Yeah, he heavy.
Got a couple of whales out there. He be out there doing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Who got in the building right here? We got that's Take Money. That's my take.
Okay. Look out, So Say.
You know what I'm saying? Who's that?
So Say. That's one of my cousins.
So Say in the building. We got it, you know.
Yeah, I
know. Okay, what's up, So doing your thing, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You got the podcast too. He's doing. That's my take. That's his podcast.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. We got Tony M in the building as always. You know what I'm saying? Supporting the cause. You know what I'm saying? He driving over. He do a flatbed and dumps and stuff like that. Old Tony M. You know Tony M. Then shut up. That's right. You know who Tony is. You know. And then we got my boy Charles Green. Charles Green killing them too now. Charles, yeah, he in the box truck game. You know, I think he getting into the 18-wheeler game as well. You know what I'm saying? So he got the box truck. He be doing his he got a dually too. He be throwing stuff in the back of the dually, making things happen. You know what I'm saying? I need to get him on the show, you know, so he can spread some of that knowledge he got. You know what I'm saying? He got a great story himself. All right. So you doing that. That's kind of like your introductory into the oil game. Right. Okay. And that was about what, 2014, you said, right?
14, yeah, it lasted for about 2 years. Slowed down, got laid off about 16.
About 16? Okay. But then you kind of went back later on.
I went back at 17. I jumped right back.
Jumped right back into it. And that's when I've seen you in them suits, the big suits on.
17 to 20.
Okay.
20, February of 2020, I got laid off again.
Okay. All right.
So you know what? It's time to do something different, man. 3 layoffs in what, 6 years?
Yeah.
It's time to do something different.
Okay, 2020. I think that's when I met you right there.
Yeah, we met
2020.
Met 2020.
I gotta give a shout out to my boy Renee. Northern Cross. He hit me up. He was just like, hey man. He said, hey, I'm meet with some guys down in San Antonio, man. I wish you could come. And I said, man, you know, you think about the drive. I said, hey, you know what? You asked me to come.
Right.
You know, so I got on in there, drove on down, and I forgot. We got a truck stop.
Yeah, we was at the TA right there. We was at the TA. 410 and that.
Yeah. So we got a TA, man. Some good vibes, and good people out there. We just in the parking lot. We were just chopping it up. And so you know, everybody's kind of. I'm just talking about people kind of feeling people and seeing, you know, how the rhythm and mood go. And then out of the group, it was 2 people that just really kind of stuck to me. You know what I'm saying? It was him. And it was old Sap Dog.
Sap Dog. Shout out to my.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out,
Sap
boy.
Logistics.
Oh, Sap Logistics out there doing it. You be all over the world. You can't even catch Sap no more. I call him Hollywood. Man, Sap, we all over damn well. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, okay, cool. And then we talked for a minute, and they were just like, yo, we want to do this. We ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all serious? They were like, we ready to do it. You know, and so it went for them. So that day, what was the day like for you? What did you get from that day when we were just all there meeting? Because you hadn't done nothing at that point.
Nah, man, I hadn't done too much of nothing, but you know, from meeting y'all, talking to y'all, hearing the stories about and everything. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna go with my move.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and I started my, got my business stuff in order, started my stuff up, and started to progress.
Right. So how was it in the beginning? Was it an easy win in the beginning, or was there some learning cues? Because you seen a bunch of different courses, not to talk about none of them, but you seen people that was doing things and just teaching people, saying they would teach people. Probably wouldn't teach nobody, but
so man, what I've learned since I've been doing this has been interesting. Like if you really just pay attention, you can teach yourself a lot. If you pay attention to the people that sell the courses or talk about the courses, you can learn some stuff from them too, without even giving them the bread. And you just gotta be a thinker, Five. And that's one thing I got when I met Five said I'm all about ownership. You know, I started my company. I'm getting a dispatch. He said, why? said, I don't have time to look for those. He said, let me show you something what I do. Show him what you do. I said, that's it? He said, yeah.
Game.
Okay. So now when dispatchers call me, what can you offer me that I can't offer myself?
What's some of the answers they say? Just curiosity. What's some of the things they do say?
Oh, we gonna do your carrier packet. You know, we're gonna do your broker checks, and we're gonna keep you running while you on the road.
Ooh.
Okay. How much it gonna cost me? Anywhere between 5 to 10%. Like, okay, I don't have no problem with that. You know, if it's gonna make sense on both parts.
Right.
But if it only makes sense for you, then it's not gonna make sense for me. So to make a long story short, I never was able to get a dispatcher. I watched a lot of my buddies fire dispatchers on a regular.
On a regular too.
On a regular.
On a damn regular.
But I'm not talking down on the dispatchers because they got some dispatchers out there that's killing it. I know a few of them. I'm not gonna put no names out, but I know a few of them. They run a lot of my partners.
Right.
And them boys running them 480 for step decks.
Right.
They running hard.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And like I said, and I want people to know. And I told you before, even back then, I said, listen, I don't have no problem with no dispatchers.
No,
I ain't never say that really about dispatchers. I've been talking about so many people who teach these courses. That's what I had an issue with.
The course teachers,
you charging these people all this money for nothing.
For textbook work.
Nothing. You winning. And some of them have some courses that's so high, and they just pad all this extra stuff in there that's really nothing.
And if you see it, it'll blow your mind. If you run across some of the courses, you know, it'll blow your mind. I mean, I took one myself, but I'm like, I'm one of those people where if I could gain a piece of information out of it for $300 or $400, I look at it like it was an investment for me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course, write the course off. Got it.
That's it.
But my thing is, I just hate people stealing from people. I don't like thieves. You know what I'm saying? So when people are stealing from people, like I have a problem with that. And I already know, even part of the show is it's tax time, right? So everybody want to start a new business. Everybody want to take the next big course, right? And some of these people with courses, they're padding these courses right now. And all they're doing is taking whatever a low board offers.
Copy and paste.
They copy and pasting it and saying, oh, this is what you're going to learn. Well, that's what you're going to learn when you buy the damn package. You buy that particular low board subscription. That's what you're going to do. So they're literally, I promise you, I can show you 3 of them. 3 different people that selling these courses. All they did was went to, what's one of the dispatch things? What's one of the low boards?
DAT.
Okay, they take it DAT, they open it up, and there's like 6 different subscriptions you can choose from. They literally took the information off of that subscription and said, this is the course we're doing. This is what you're going to learn in my course. Like, yeah. And they what?
And tax for it.
And they killing them. And people signing up. They Zoom classes. And then half of them, they're not even in the class. They pre-recorded.
Yes.
How you gonna tell me something you pre-recorded? I ain't listen to nobody pre-recorded. I ain't go to college and listen to pre-recorded daggone professors. So I'm not about to listen to pre-recorded nobody. You know what I'm saying? Man. Come on now. That don't make sense.
I like to interact with them.
Yeah. Because I got a question.
I got questions.
Right. I got a question. I can't ask your course that this a tape. I can't ask to tape that.
Yeah.
You know? Send me an email.
Man, please. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them courses. Shout out to them damn courses. But like I said, I'm not saying I don't have an issue with dispatchers. I don't. You know what I'm saying?
I love
them. And everybody doesn't have the time to run their company. And that's understandable because they're different type of entrepreneurs. There are some people who's the entrepreneur who wants to learn a particular thing, and they can like, no, I want to learn it, so I want to do it, and this is what I do. Period. And then if I decide I don't want to do it, then that's fine. There's some people who they can't do it anyway. The entrepreneurs, they got the money. They got money entrepreneurs, those, right. And they don't necessarily want to touch their company at all. There's nothing wrong with that. But they want to holler, I'm the big entrepreneur all the time. But then you say, how do you run your company? And they're like, well, I don't, because I have somebody do this, I have somebody do this, I have somebody do this. And you're a business person, and that's good. And I'm gonna compliment you. You're a great business person. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a little difference in entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this business right here, because you can get beat real quick in this business if you don't know the business of trucking.
Right, if you don't know it.
You don't know this business trucking, you can get beat easily. You know, and I try to prevent people from getting beat. That's the thing right there. Okay. So you started your company, and you had the benefit of being a driver of your company. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you out there, you was in your dually, with your trailer. You know, I remember when you got your trailer, you know what I'm saying? I remember that whole process and, you know, going at it was just, you know, it's one of those things, bro. When you can see somebody step for step,
Yeah.
man, it's a great thing. And
I watched him too.
and
Do
the
the
pride.
research.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He did all the research before he actually
Right.
started it.
Right.
So once he did the research, then he started putting the pieces together.
Right.
And that's one of the things that I told him. I'm like, man, you're an animal.
A
because
beast.
it just seemed like he did it overnight. He was really doing it behind the scenes, not really letting everybody know his moves.
Right. You know? And that was his favorite saying too. He like, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's like, you know, we say, hey, listen, man, you don't be letting people know what you're doing.
Not every
Just go, you go make it happen, you know. And he know when he and I talk, it's like, no, okay, this is what you see. I can afford you to take this if that's what you want to take, but you ain't gonna take you ain't gonna take what the stash house is. You know what I'm saying? You know, you might see me on the block, but you ain't gonna see what the stash house. You ain't gonna never know what that is. You feel what I'm saying? All right, so you got into it, you're doing it. You get a couple loads on your belt, you're moving, making things happen. Your eyes start to open up a little more. Okay. What were some of the things what were some of the issues that you had?
First starting up, man. When you first starting up, a lot of brokers don't want to deal with you. You know, they're like, oh, you know, your authority is less than 90 days. So we're gonna need you to get a little age on that authority before we can start throwing you some loads out. Have you worked with anybody you could give us a reference? So I had pulled a few loads, so I had a few references that I can give. So once I started giving those references, it was like I started just catching more and more loads, and I'm like, okay, I see where it's going.
But it's not like you started your company and you didn't get no loads.
No, I hear that a lot, man. I've met a lot of guys that say, listen, starting out is hard. I will not sit here and tell you no word of lie that starting out not hard and tell you that's not hard still. But because they see so much other stuff, they don't realize every day when you in this business, you got to constantly reinvent what you're doing. For every one truck, I'm driving one truck. I see 10 or 20 more trucks on side me as I'm on my pack. So you got to separate yourself from everybody else. You got to do something that's going to stand out and make you different.
Right. And what's some things that you can give some advice to people who are standing out different? Like, what are those things?
Stand firm on what you say you're going to do. Stand firm on who you are. I don't do cheap freight.
Right.
I don't.
So you say you'll sit it out before you go move something just for whatever.
I was coming back last night from where I was. I was in Brownsville.
Okay.
7,200 pound 10-foot scissor lift, partial.
Right.
7,200 pounds.
How many miles?
280 miles.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 30 miles from it. Coming back to San Antonio.
Right.
I looked on DAT. 30 day was I believe like 878. They had it posted at 400.
Right.
So I called. I said, how much y'all gonna pay for that load?
He
said 400. It's a partial. It's just a scissor lift, 7,200 pounds. And we're gonna load it on you. I said, okay. So I'm gonna need a little bit more. I said, that's 280 miles.
Right.
So if you do the math, that's $1 and something a mile. He said, but it's a partial. I said, well, did you charge them $500 for that partial? So I'm willing to see you make 100. Well, he said, well, sir, do you want it? I said, no, thank you.
Right.
I'm coming back empty. I could drive faster anyway.
Right.
And I'm still get good fuel mileage.
But so many people would have just took what they
say,
said.
man, the load was gone in 12 minutes.
Because the sucker was born.
The load was gone in 12 minutes. By the time I refreshed it, it was gone.
Of course. And they know that. And see, and gee, and people don't understand that. People think, oh, I'm doing something. I'm running. Dude, but you probably ain't telling the truth. Right. What you running for? You running for nothing. You running for gas money. You running for, okay. I seen people take a load, right? Get something extremely heavy. Extremely heavy. I mean, damn trailer cracks in the trailer, everything, because they want to be known for carrying weight, right? Take a load for $5,000, right?
Now, how far though?
Forever. It don't even matter about it forever. It's way is two is listen. They should have been paid 10,000.
They just going 2,200 miles.
You know what I'm saying?
What you talking about? That's good money.
You're right. They're getting $1 a mile.
Wow. That's good money, man.
So $1 a mile. Okay. Yeah. In their mind, they just see $5,000. Right? They're not looking at it. Fuel economy, fuel rate. You know what I'm saying? Joker had 2 blowouts on the way out there. You know what I'm saying? On the way out there, 2 blowouts. Truck broke down on them. They had to get a tow. They spent more money paying the tow driver. You know what I'm saying? And still, they had to re-energize and get somebody to come get the damn load. So that Joker lost money. Lost money. He paid to reposition his truck because one, he didn't understand how to make that money. Now, this is where I have a problem. So let's say that's $5,000, right? And some of these dispatchers, right? They have 5 companies on the book. So their thing, some of these guys and gals, that what they do, they look and say, you know what? Oh shoot, I got this load right here for 5,000 for this guy. I got a load over here for 5,000. Oh, I got a load for 5,000. They got 5 companies, right? They looking good because their money is coming off the 5,000. The money ain't coming after fuel.
Not off that net.
They ain't coming off after, you know what I'm saying? What you call it? Factoring. Right. They ain't coming off after all the other stuff, paying the driver. It's coming off 5,000. That's the reason why they can promote it. Hey man, you need to start a dispatching company because it's so lucrative. It is lucrative.
Yes, sir.
It's very lucrative because you can sit at your house. And I'm not mad at nobody sitting at their house. You can sit at your house. And you can sit here and I could do it. I could start G5 dispatching right now. Trust me, and we'll be very successful. Right? 1, because I know what I'm doing. 2, I know how to talk to brokers. But I don't want to do that. G5 Brian don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I never want to do that. I don't never want to own a dispatching company. You know what I'm saying? Not because I don't like dispatching. It's just something I don't want to do. Yeah. Right? But I could sit back and do it. I could set up 3 computers in here.
Hold on. You know how to talk to the brokers?
You know what I'm saying? I can set 3 computers up in here. Right? And just be like, boom. And I could have Joker. I could do about 10 companies. And I'm gonna make each one of them feel like they're the number 1 company. Listen, you got a dedicated person dispatching for you.
That's me.
Dedicated. You get what I'm saying? You number 1 on the queue. You know, tomorrow morning, you number 1. I ain't looking for nobody else. You number 1, and we only dealing with you.
Telling 8 people.
I'm telling 8 people the same thing. Yeah. Right? And I'm gonna find them all lows, right? I'm gonna find them lows. And they're gonna be, you know, they could be, okay, we're gonna do like everybody else do, $5,000 lows. So I'm gonna get 10 companies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna have them 10 loads per day, right? And I'm gonna be good. I'm charging 7%. I'm getting 7% of that 5,000 from each one of those per day. And I'm gonna have it locked in for the week while I'm on the boat, chilling. Right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not caring that the truck is driving from Houston up into Pennsylvania through all these mountains. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm not worried about it. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know about, okay, it's snowing over here. So I just took any load, but it's snowing and they out here going through Flagstaff and the highway shut down. You know what I'm saying? For a daggone 10 hours, right? So they're sitting there, stuck, time. I'm not thinking about their hours of service, right? Because I just want to make sure I get that number, that 5,000, so I can get that 7% of that. Because I got 10 trucks I got to move every day. This is what owner-operators, this was people who starting these businesses have to think about. You know what I'm saying? Do these people have their best interest at hand? You know what I'm saying? Anybody can show you how to get a truck. Anybody can show you how to take a course and do this right here. What is those things that's going to happen after that, right? Am I not lying?
Right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
You know, driving from Houston up to Dallas right now, okay? People can say, oh yeah, it's this many miles. Yeah, but how many hills? How many hills are between here in Dallas? You know what I'm saying? I can tell the joker how many hills there are. Okay, driving from here to Louisiana, to New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? You know, where is the construction at? And what time is the construction? Yeah. See, now when you have a dispatcher like me, I'm already thinking about that. So when I'm talking to the brokers, guess what I'm doing? I'm talking that noise. Yeah. Do you know the highway is not straight between there and there? Oh, it's only this many now. No, you put it up as nautical miles. True. Nautical miles, it is that far. Yeah. You know, because when people see the airplane, they don't understand what it means. You know what I'm saying? That's straight line distance. Ain't no damn straight roads going between here and West Virginia. Right? When you hitting those switchbacks, Every time you switch back and you going up, you know what I'm saying? Your gas is killing yourself. But you were so happy to hear $5,000 that you done got beat. And now you're taking money out your pocket and put it in there. Man. Mountain miles and 10, how our 10 miles are not the same. You feel what I'm saying? So the money has to be different. Does it not?
It got to be totally different.
It got to be different, bro. You can't tell me how many miles is it. Y'all know this exactly probably from here to New Orleans. How many miles is that?
It's probably about close to 5.
Okay, so 500 miles, right? Mm-hmm. You know, Greg, it's pretty much straight miles. Straight. Yeah. Ain't no mountain nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take that back.
Not on 10. About 4 something? Okay. So it's 4 something straight miles, right? Right. So now me charging somebody saying, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that for, let's just say $2 a mile.
$2.
I'm saying, let's just say, okay, I'm gonna get $2 a mile for that.
$2
from here to New Orleans. Okay, got it. Cool, right? Mm-hmm. Now let's go up to Arkansas. So Texarkana and say we're going to West Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's use the same distance. It says the same exact distance. There's no way that I should say, okay, to $2 a mile. Right. The highway is different. You know what I'm saying? We got hills. This is what people have to understand and stop just worrying about, oh no, I ain't gonna take no less than $1.90 a mile or $2.10 a mile. Oh, I got $2.10 from. That's not impressing me. Right. Because you got $2.10 over something that is mountainous. Where you damn near riding up a damn 17% grade to get up there. But you just took $2.10 a mile because you smiling. He know he got you because guess what? That broker talked to that shipper. The brokers and the shippers know the highway. That's the difference. They know the highways. They know where the mountains. They know where the hills are. And so they understand. They don't talk to the shipper like, hey, well, you know, there's a lot of mountain up there. Right. And this right here, they got to go through the pass, blah, blah, blah. So that's the number they know is high. But now they're talking to the driver who's caught, oh, man, I don't get no less than $2 a mile. You a sucker. You the $2 a mile sucker because you think you got something because you got $2 a mile. Mm-hmm. You got beat. That's what you got. And see, this is the education that people don't understand. And so when they do link up with somebody like a Pro Hall, who's going to teach them the education of the highway, you got to have highway education. Right. You can't just be because I've been in the business, man. I'm in the business. So I've been doing this for a while. So I know I'm going to get to, you still hollering about how much per mile. Learn the highway. Yeah, demographic. Learn the geographics of things. The money is not the same. So everybody's hollering, I get $2 some mile. I say, boy, they a sucker. That's what I say. I said, where your truck be at? Oh man, we be up Pennsylvania. We be up here, and I'm really saying you really fool now. How about you get? Oh man, I get $2 a mile. I'm laughing at them. You a sucker because you don't, because you ain't had the conversations that brokers have with shippers. That's a whole different conversation. And until people are privy or learn that conversation, they're only gonna be talking owner to broker conversation. That's where the game is at. That's you talking to the street guy. That's the crackhead talking to the brother on the corner. The brother on the corner is the broker. Facts. You know what I'm saying? The carrier is the crackhead. And they sitting here like, yeah, this is what we doing. I'm making $2. I'm getting it for $2 over here. That's what I'm getting for $2. Well, you know, Speedy over there got it for $1.90. Well, I know where to get it for $2.
But you know, the other thing I learned since I've been this is the load boards are good for backhauls, and sometimes it's good to get you somewhere. But at some point, you got to get out and do some door-to-door campaigning and go market. Solicit yourself. Man, I'm gonna knock on the glass because ain't no wood. But I haven't ran a load probably but maybe 5 times in the last 6 months, if not the last year. You know, I thank God for that. Because I went out there and did some door-to-door campaigning. You know, my dually run, my box truck run. I'm putting the box truck together right now. It's going to be ready for sale. Because I know somebody else that's going to want to get into this industry, and I'm going to have a good truck for them. That's going to be able to do the job.
And so that door-to-door is what? Walking and knocking and find out who that daggone shipping manager is when you're pulling up.
Find out who the shipping manager is when you dropping the load.
Tell them again. Tell them again.
Load off.
Tell them what to do.
Find out who's in charge Check their temperature, man.
Ooh.
Check the temperature because y'all know y'all signing them non-competes when y'all sign those carrier packets. Make sure you remember that.
But they don't know that because
somebody
somebody else is signing for them.
Right, you're signing non-compete. So if you run there and leave your card with the wrong person, now you got a bigger problem, and you ain't even started to solve the one that you created.
Come on now,
by getting in business.
Come on now. But so you saying something they don't know nothing about because they don't run their company. They don't know nothing about carrier packets. They don't understand they signing a non-compete. They don't understand that broker is sending them. It's like a what do you call it? Temp service. Okay. The broker gonna send you the many jokers they can so that they can lock you in. So that way the game is so when they find out that you don't went back and you done did some loads in there, right? Because that shipper signed a contract saying they wouldn't hire anybody that they send them. Right. And if they did and they find out, they're gonna get a certain percentage for every load that they have done. Right. So they're gonna hit the shipper and they're gonna hit the driver, the company. So that's the game out there. That is the game. So it's really a temp service. The brokers, it become temp service. Right. So they found out, oh, you ain't been in the game long. Oh, okay, no problem. I know you just starting out. So and you happy. Oh man, I got somebody. I'm rolling with them. They're gonna send you to all these little shippers first. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they can set that up. Then they probably ain't gonna have nothing for you. Because they got you in their system. They got you signed in your dispatcher. And this is the problem when you start hiring different dispatchers. Because these dispatchers are signing for you. You know what I'm saying? And you out there working and rolling, you don't know who they, you know the broker they sign up for, but what they agreed to is what you agreed to. And this is what a lot of people don't understand.
Those terms.
So now if you get a broker who's one of those people is smart and they following you on Instagram and they saying, yeah, okay, you over here at this place, you doing it this place, got it. They're gonna hit that shipper up and be like, yo, you know we're about to get you right. Because you signed this right here. And so you about to pay us X% for every load that you don't let that guy or that guy run for you. Wow. And then they're going to hit the daggone carrier and be like, yo, you know what you got to give me. Also, in addition to what I'm about to get from the shipper. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people a lot of times, even when they showing their load, I'm like, yo, show your load. Don't show where you at. You know what I'm saying? Show your load. Okay, you want to go to the truck stop and show your load. Don't show where you're at and cause you pulled up in the way they loading your truck or they load my truck like this. They're gonna know where you're at. Right. And this ain't for people hating. This is just for you.
It's common sense. They're gonna tag it. They're gonna tag it.
Don't do that.
They're gonna tag their location.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do.
They're gonna tag
they do that. You know, and it's like, man, come on, bro. And people want to hide my number. You can't hide your numbers. It don't matter because people that see your name, all they gotta do is go to the Sapper site and type in your name. They can find out your numbers. There's no secret to that. Right. So people say, oh, I ain't gonna never show my numbers. I'm like, dude, they can find out your numbers easy. That's on the FMCSA website. Exactly. You know, it's all public knowledge. You know, or people starting their business, they want to put everything at their house address. You know what I'm saying? That's public knowledge. Why you want somebody to know where you stay at? Take the time, get your virtual address. You don't have to go to Regis and get on that stuff. Get a virtual address. You know what I'm saying? We just started somebody the other day. $9.99. $9.99. They were like, they didn't believe it. You know, but I thought somebody told me, hey, see. You keep coming to me talking about what you thought somebody told you.
You ain't look for yourself.
There you go. We're going to show you over here. I'm showing you. You get what I'm saying? You know, and they're going to charge you for even telling you. And they're going to show you some more high place that they only know because they running a pool. And all they doing is keep getting people. That's all they doing. You know, and that's why it charges me up the way it does, man. I'm tired of people beating everybody, Lee.
But you know what, though? We can't blame the people. We got to blame ourselves at some point.
Talk to us.
You know, when are you going to stop believing everything you see? Everything you see is not always the truth. You know, I get headaches sometimes from Instagram to where I have to just stop looking for a while. Because I see some of the impressions that is given to people when it comes to being business owners, especially in the trucking industry, since I'm in that industry. I can speak on the trucking. Mm-hmm. This that we do is not easy. Every day you have to recreate something because it's running smooth don't mean it don't need to be tuned.
Right.
So, you know, somebody told me every day you should be trying to grow your business by 1%. Every day. That's what somebody told me. They said every day you should be trying to grow your business by 1%. That don't have nothing in particular of what they're saying. Mm-hmm. Me, my word of mouth and me passing out cards from weighing my own merchandise, my own work. When you see me most time, I'm in two things. work clothes or street clothes. But I'm wearing something of my own at the same time. I'm marketing myself.
Right.
Because I was told by somebody that I have to do at least 1% a day.
Right. Branding. Right.
And I started doing that, and I saw some of the differences that it was making, and it was like, okay, I'm spending $1,000 sometimes on shirts. They do the phone cases and everything like that. Man, I do coffee mugs. I'm gonna get y'all some free game. Coffee mugs. The mouse pads. I went out and bought like a couple of polos. I didn't say, you know what, I'm gonna just give these out. My customers, some of the people I interact with. Here you go. First thing is, that's a polo shirt. That's a polo shirt. It's for me, yeah, that's for you. You have to brand and you have to give. If you're in business and you ain't trying to do nothing for your people, or you're not trying to market yourself, it's not gonna last, man. This business cutthroat. It's cutthroat.
Definitely cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? But branding, you know what I'm saying? That's the number one thing.
Branding.
You got that blue magic, you got that blue magic. You want it to be blue magic. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, wait. When you say G5,
5K.
You know it's a 5.
G5.
You know what I'm saying? The 5 in there somewhere. You get what I'm saying? The logo gonna be on something.
Right.
Every day. I don't care darn what it is. The logo's gonna be on something. When these G5 socks come out, you know what I'm saying? These 5 cash socks hitting. Guess what? They're gonna be on people's feet. I guarantee they're gonna wear them.
Marketing.
The ladies are wearing them. Hey, let me get these socks right here. You wear them when you go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You just wear them when you go to bed. Right? I'm just trying to tell you.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Marketing.
Create the experience.
Yeah.
It's marketing. So now whatever comes with the G5 brand, whatever comes with the 5 Cast brand, it becomes an experience. So that's what's most memorable.
Right.
Right? That's what you're doing. So you passing polos out, quality polos.
Right.
And you're giving the people, they don't expect to get those things because people don't give it to them, G. They don't give them that type of stuff.
Not for
$80
free.
shirt.
You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. And then for free.
No, it was probably $80 coming out the store, but when you go to add an embroidery to it, that's another story.
Come on now. So there was quality that he put up there. That's what it was. It was quality.
People appreciate that.
Come on, man, all day.
Appreciate that.
And so now when you give game, when you tell people something, they'll pay attention to it.
I get a lot of guys like, man, you know what? I ain't even thought about that. I ain't never thought about that. Like, I don't think about, you know, if you got a customer you deal with on a regular basis, whether it's once a week or twice a week, you never thought about giving that customer nothing that'll leave a mark. Like I said, you got a coffee mug in the wintertime, it's going to say first choice when you look at it on your desk.
Come on now.
When you're doing your work on your computer, you scrolling down your mouse pad, you're going to look to the right or the left, and you're going to see first choice.
Come on now.
If it's cold outside or you just feel like going to get something to eat, you're going to say, you know what, I got a nice polo that goes with this here. You out there with a polo on, it's going to say first choice.
Come on now. People don't get it. They don't understand. We have self-marketing geniuses out here. People, they better at marketing than what they really think they are.
Right.
You know, and it's not to take nothing away from people that are marketers. No. So just because I'm saying, hey, do something for yourself, I'm not saying that people that do the stuff are not great, because they are. They're super. They're bred for this. They spend their money to earn and learn. And really, it's a lot of relationships you're buying into anyway. So when you do buy certain things, you're really buying a relationship with certain people, because they do have that connection with people and places and stuff that they can get you, you know what I'm saying, past certain things, right? You know, so by all means, we do need to make that move for that right there. We're gonna take a quick break real quick, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna talk about a little more stuff as it's transition from Hotshot into box trucks, and how that's been so far, and what lesson that he learned going into that.
I remember my first paycheck as a company driver. I was appalled. How could I survive on $600 a week gross? Paying bills and managing over the road on a trainer's truck, things could get tight. I knew then that I had to help create the change that I wanted to see. To be impactful to the underserved trucking community, I founded my nonprofit Sunshine for Truckers.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We back again. Shout out to my girl Pamela. That's my baby right there, man. Sometimes you gotta have an Instagram boo. That's my Instagram boo right there. Pamela. I'm trying to tell you, she already know it too. I done told her. I don't even know if she got a man now. It don't matter because that's a personal life. I don't need to know nothing about that. But
Instagram,
she's my Instagram boo all day, and I let her know. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. She's like, "Gee, why me?" I say, "Because you." That's why. Because of you. Yeah. You know, because one, I like the way she grind. I like how she cares. Right. That's her thing. She really cares. And she cares about truckers. She cares about people who are going to school, going to CDL course. She understands how people getting into this thing, they don't have money, Greg. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're going to do it. And they go through school and they have to still take care of home. Half the time, you know, they don't have any transportation.
Still got to balance everyday life.
There you go. But I think if we put things in their hands with people who, if they are going to go off to CDL school and they don't have, it's just them. And they got a car. Okay, let's give them a little education so y'all can set y'all something up so you can rent your car out while you're going to school so you can have some money coming in renting your car out. You get what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want to do Airbnb. I mean, Turo. You don't have to do Turo. Create a brand for yourself. This is what I tell people, man. Turo and all these other things, they're just brands. They're just they're LLCs. They're businesses, right? Who don't own anything. They don't own nothing. Once again, it's like the broker. They the corner person, right? They're the broker. Right. They don't have anything. Brokers don't have anything. Brokers don't have freight. They don't have a building. They don't have nothing.
But a computer.
Right? Turo, Airbnb, they don't have nothing. They don't have a building. They don't have a house. They don't have nothing.
They're middleman.
But they'll jump on you about your stuff. Say, I don't take that too cool. You're not gonna jump on me about my stuff, and I own it. Yeah. You ain't gonna tell me, oh well, you know what, you're rating or you're not doing this, and you know you didn't drop your prices when I told you to, because that's what Turo do. So with Turo, yeah, I'm tell you about the game with Turo. So you can have all these nice cars, right? Turo is looking to make a certain amount of money per day. So if you sit here and say, gee, you got that nice ride out there, and you say, you know what, nah, I want $450 a day for this. Turo see it sitting there. They watching their algorithm, right? You know what I'm saying? Because they got people watching these computer screens and stuff like that. You know what, Greg, stuff ain't renting. They will adjust your price on your car. But you sign the paperwork saying to do it. See, this is what people don't do. They don't read the paperwork when they jump in Turo. They took a course and somebody told them, oh yeah, rent your cars out for this right here. No, they have the power to change the price on your car. You know what I'm saying? And you can say, you know what, if it doesn't get rented by this time right here, here's my cutoff switch. Like, it can't be rented. But you'll wake up 3 o'clock in the morning. Guess what? They done. They done let somebody booked it, and it's supposed to be there for 7 o'clock. And now you don't meet that time lane. You hurting your rating. You know what I'm saying? For your car. You know what I'm saying? Gee, for your car, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Organized
Airbnb the same way. If your stuff ain't, oh, well, you know what? Your price is too high. They ain't even gonna talk to you. They're gonna lower it themselves. Cause they looking at that cut. They ain't got time. It's just your house. We don't care. We don't care. You know. So, but people don't read. They don't read because they took a hot course and somebody told them this is what they told them on their course. Oh man, I got 20 doors. Joker, please. That's the game y'all putting out.
You know what?
20 nothing. Shout out to read the fine print.
I'm sitting here and I'm just brainstorming, man. Like, you know, we was talking about going back to, you know, the people that we met that day when we first met. You know, I've been locked in with Five now since 2020. And if you know G5, then you gotta know one day you're gonna call G5 and he gonna pick up. And then he's not gonna pick up because he's busy. But I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm like, man, you know what? Out of all the brothers I met since I've been doing this, there's been a handful that stuck with me. And it's special, you know. And I gotta always give my brother his flowers, man. Twine, man, SNA Transport. I gotta give Twine. I got to do it. I promise you, man. Because mind you, I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about when I was getting into this. I didn't want to use all my money. Five. Renee put us together. That was a blessing. Shout out to my boy Northern Cross. Give my boy Northern Cross a shout out.
You know he back in States, right?
He on his way back.
Okay. On the flight.
He on his way back.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I talked to Twine. Renee said, man, it's another guy we met. God's Child. The name for one was special to me. You know, God's Child. Mm-hmm. But man, I talked to Twine. What God's Child? And he said, bro, what you need? I told him I need. He said, man, meet me. He met me and he had some stuff for me. He said, give me this for that. He said, bro, I don't have everything you need right here, but I'm going to get you what you need within the next week or two. Before you come out, I'm going to have everything you need.
He bless you.
Man, he blessed me, man. That meant, hey, man, I check on this dude on a regular basis because relationships are worth more than money.
It is.
Relationships are worth more than money, man. I can't say that enough. Relationships worth more than money.
You better have them.
Yeah. Bro told me, listen, go get your trailer and go to the shipper. They got 2 pallets waiting for you right now. 2 pallets. 2 pallets, man. I had ratchet straps. I had chains, bro. I had binders. I got enough stuff for when I bring my next truck out. Still, from that blessing from my bro SNA, man. And we talked about this together. He said, bro, when I come out, I'm coming out. I can't count how many trucks. He got 9 CDL. All the people talking about 9 CDL trucks don't make money.
Yeah, tell them again.
9 CDL. I know bro got 3 of them right now running right now. I could count 3.
And he came out the gate 9 CDL.
Came out 9
still
CDL.
9 CDL.
Listen.
9 CDL trailers.
Relationships, y'all. Relationships.
But they say ain't no money out here in 9 CDL.
It's money in 9 CDL.
Now, you know he coming back for his part 2. So he's been on the show already. You know what I'm saying? That's my little bro right there. Straight out of Chicago. He live up in the Dallas area. And so he came down to this show. And so we looking at a great date for his 2.0 because he's expanded tremendously since his first show. And all 9 CDL at that. So when people out here woofing and saying, man, ain't no money in this right here, I just look at them. I don't try to defend it. I don't debate nobody because I don't believe in trying to change nobody's mind on anything. You know what I'm saying?
Make it up, you can't.
You know, and so I don't get into that argument with it. But if it's somebody say, hey man, can this happen now? I'm like, yeah. Totally. I'm like, yeah, all day. But don't come tell me about what you hear or what somebody else is saying. Don't come to me with that because one is negative energy. And I don't have, my policy on negative energy, I don't have time for it. Don't call me with no problems. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have, courses of actions that are your solutions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I can't help you if you ain't even starting on trying to help yourself.
Right.
That, you just want to lay it on me so I can figure it out. I'm not going to do that for you. Period.
Right. I'm ready when you're ready to get on this box truck and this,
okay.
This flatbed. I'm ready.
So as you were moving on, in your hotshot journey, you started, getting tempted to tell me to jump into the box truck game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why? Because most people tell y'all, man, you got to be in the hot shots for about 5-6 years before you start looking at something else.
I'm going to tell you why, because again, I got out there, started door-to-door campaigning. I ran into a guy that told me what his needs was as far as his shipping.
Right.
And he told me he needed a box truck. Y'all saw me with those rider trucks.
Right.
And after renting those rider trucks, man, and spending all that money.
What kind of money we spending in the rider truck? What kind of money you spending?
See, I negotiated a decent rate. So I was paying 13 cents a mile.
Okay.
At, I want to say $450 a week.
$450 a week. Okay. That was just a flat piece.
That was just a flat piece. But they get you on the miles.
Okay. Yeah, of course, because you got to move it.
You got to move it, right? So my bills was probably about anywhere from $800 to probably $1,000 a week.
Okay. So right there, listen up, people. He said he jumped out there and did some things. So the one piece of it was 4-7 by 4. I'm saying per week, the flat amount. But then there was mileage to pay. And we know in trucking, if we're gonna go make some money, we're gonna go drive somewhere.
But the other thing to that was, keep in mind, I said that I was spending $450 a week plus mileage.
Right.
You think I would have done that if I was able to get that special $2 a mile? You think I would have did that? Do you think I'd be mad at myself because of how much?
Okay, let's do that real quick. Okay, let's do that. You mind if we do that, Greg? Let's go ahead and let's do this math real quick, right? Because this is what this show is about. This is really showing people.
I used to run 1,000 miles average in a week.
Okay.
Just 1,000.
1,000. He's doing 1,000 miles a week. Okay, and you had to pay how much per mile?
13 cents a mile.
13 times 0.13. Okay.
They give me 100 free. A whopping 200 free.
You get a whopping 200 out of that.
800.
So 800. So we're gonna do 800.
13 cents.
You know what I'm saying? Got somebody. Lord Jesus.
Organized pimping.
Are you serious, bro?
You can tell them the numbers.
Are you serious?
Tell them the numbers.
Are you serious?
Tell them the numbers.
Hold up, man. Hold up,
tell them the numbers.
Hold up, man. Hold up, man.
Tell them the numbers.
Hold up, man.
Tell them the numbers.
So you paying 13 cents.
Tell them the numbers.
You know what I'm saying? Per mile.
Per mile.
And you run 18 miles. I mean,
800 miles. I might run 800 miles for that one customer in a week.
800 miles for that joker right there.
Back and forth. I might run 800.
Maybe my math ain't right or something.
Oh, no, you're mad, right? What that number is? You're mad, right? What's that number?
My math ain't right, bro.
What's that?
My calculator told what that math ain't right there.
Hold on.
No, that math ain't right there.
I think it's right, bro.
No, that math ain't right there. It can't.
You was way off. I see what you was doing.
Yeah, I'm doing something wrong right there.
Yeah, you was doing something wrong.
See, I guess I'm so bad. It's hard for me to do cents. I don't be messing with them cents. I'm on dollar, dude. You know what I'm saying?
So roughly around that plus taxes and everything else.
Okay,
that they
now
get
so hold up now. That's 630. You know what I'm saying? Plus.
You was about 850 plus a week on that unit. 850 plus a week on that unit.
About 1480.
Do $2 a mile.
Yeah. So no, I'm gonna get this number. So just with the 800, you know what I'm saying, and what you paying, you hitting 1480. You was giving them.
Not a week.
No.
Oh,
hold up now.
We was at about 8. We was about 8 to 850 a week.
A week.
And you do that in a month.
And so you give them $3,400 just in that piece right there.
Right.
$3,400 you were getting.
Now do $2 a mile times 800. You tell me if that would have been able to be done. Or the $1.75 box truck rate that they say is standard. There's no way
that's half the money. Yeah.
No way that would have been able to be done. No. So my point that I'm making was I found a customer.
Mm-hmm.
Those numbers never went to that area.
Right.
Never even reach what they talk. Is the point that I'm making. But I ran strong with them. I even did some Oklahoma runs with them.
Right.
I was running Oklahoma. I was running Sprinter vans into Oklahoma.
Right.
Because if it don't require a box
truck,
spin all that money,
put that lightweight.
I'm gonna put that lightweight
on them.
Somebody told me that. Shout out! Somebody told me
that lightweight game. That lightweight
Somebody
game.
told me about that lightweight game. But listen,
great. The lightweight game is killer.
Soaking it up.
I was able to do that. I ran hard with them people for probably like 4 months straight.
Right. Strong relationship.
But the money that I gave Ryder, I said, man, I gotta buy me a truck.
Ryder was loving you.
They loved you.
Kept
my reservation
Come
straight.
on now. They love you.
Kept my reservation straight.
Listen, you ain't never had no problems.
None.
They ready for you.
Listen.
Oh, it's right here in the front right there. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, the money I spent with them people, man. I sit there and I said, man, wow, I gave those people probably $20,000+
$1,000.
Fast forward to now.
Yeah.
I got my box truck now.
Right.
Do the same numbers I did at Ryder, right? But now I see way more of my profit.
Right.
See, it didn't bother me too much because I was still seeing some of my profit.
Right.
While I was building a relationship. Because in business, you got to sacrifice something.
Come on now. Say it again. You got to
sacrifice sometimes.
But people don't want to do that, though.
And get in that relationship.
But people don't want it, Greg. People don't want to do that, bro.
Right.
People don't think they should sacrifice anything.
You got to.
No, man. They don't want to give nothing. They don't want to sacrifice nothing. No, bro. You talking stuff people, they are not supposed to give nothing up. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Who got
Somebody taught me this, right?
Somebody
taught me this. Look.
We got Jay Adore in the building. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jay.
Hey, somebody taught me this, right?
Come on now.
I'm preloaded for Monday already with one load.
Look at all that.
Look how heavy.
Look at all that weight in there.
How heavy it is.
Come on, man. But you supposed to be buckling the truck down.
Man, I'm preloaded.
No, man, you can't be that. Hey. Listen, Great. That ain't enough weight in that, man.
I'm preloaded for Monday.
He need to be. He need to have his what you call them thing?
I need to have my chains out.
You gotta have portion plates and everything. Yeah. All this right here now. It's just too much weight for you to be doing now. This is 5 billion pounds in there.
Listen.
You ain't cracking no springs or no axles or nothing with that.
Relationships again, 5 relationships. They called me. They said, we're going to be here till 2 o'clock in the morning. We need this delivered Monday.
Come on now.
We're going to be here at 2 in the morning, so take your time getting there.
And I'm going to get it.
I'm on my way.
On my way. Don't matter.
I'm on my way. But the point I'm making, man, is relationship. Relationships can take you a long way. So make sure y'all out there building relationships.
Come on,
so
now. Shout out to the damn relationships. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm trying to tell people getting game right now if they're not already catching Greg. I promise they getting game out here if they really listening. Way more than money, G.
Right.
Come on, G.
Way more than money, right?
Yeah. Way more. Listen, they gonna be, hey man, we're gonna be over here till 2:30 in the morning. You know, really niggas, bro. You ain't gotta worry about it, man.
I'll be there.
I'm gonna be there. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna get on up, throw the boot shoes on, and I'm gonna get there.
Nah, I couldn't miss the 5Cast experience.
Come on now. Listen for you.
Relationships.
Ooh.
I had to get my mans to go pick this up.
Come on now.
I gave him a BOL.
Yeah.
Make sure you get him to sign that.
Yeah.
Pick that up for me and take that to the house when you can.
Ooh.
Relationships.
you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Man, people don't get it though.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
It didn't require my dually. It didn't require my trailer. It didn't require my box truck. It just required a body.
A body.
That was willing to come and get it.
Listen, man. This it's too much for them right here, G. They're not gonna get it. They need a course. Yeah. See, if we put a course and we said $19.99 or you know what I'm saying, $1,200, you know what I'm saying, they jump right on it. You know what I'm saying? But because this is free, it don't mean nothing to a lot of people. You know, and if they what's going on there, you know what I'm saying? GetClassyHair.com. You know what I'm saying? If y'all looking at the show right now, go to GetClassyHair.com and see what's going on, what they got going on over there. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they got a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that hair.
Another thing about talking about relationships.
Talk to me. What's up? Because it's Friday. Talk to us. You know what I'm saying? Relax us. We got people on looking right now.
My other bro, Monta Montgomery, y'all. Monta Montgomery. Check him out. Raw Truck.
Okay, Raw Truck and Monta Montgomery.
Monta. Relationships. I call Monta. I say, Monta, I need to talk to you.
Right.
Whatever you need, bro, call me. I got you.
Right.
I'm going to pick up. I got you. Monta don't pick up the phone for everybody.
Right.
You know. Because he's busy. But it's relationships, right?
All day.
And if he don't pick up, he going to hit me back. I appreciate it.
That's love. Right. That's some damn love right there.
Because he ain't got that to do.
Right.
What he giving me is a bunch of game that he could be selling me.
Wow. Man. No, man.
I'm telling you.
You know how I feel. You know how I feel about, you know, just period about the business of the industry. The people who want to get out here and make some things happen.
Get out of here.
The naysayers is telling them that it can't happen.
It can.
But think about it, you have to want to do it now. You can't like
can't be lazy.
Oh, I want to do this, but you want the person who's helping you to do it for you.
Not gonna happen.
Because I don't have the energy to do it for you. I don't have the time. I can show you how to do a lot of stuff. It don't mean I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily want to do that. I don't want to do dispatching. I don't want to do this particular thing you're doing right here in truck. I don't want to do that.
5. This is sacrificing, man.
They don't want to do that though.
I talked to Greg on a regular and a bunch of my other cousins on a regular on a duo.
Right.
Man, you sleep in that truck. Say, man, I don't care where I'm at.
Would.
If it's some money to be made, I'm in. I've been that way.
But no, man.
Most people, G, they have a $7,000 gross week. A gross week.
Right.
They gonna take off 2 days.
Oh yeah.
3 days. But that's not no money. That's not no money, man. So the point I'm making, man, is if you gonna get into this hotshot industry first, make sure you got the energy to sustain it because it's not easy. You're gonna have to make some sacrifices. You're gonna have some days where some people gonna be mad because of the sacrifices that you're gonna have to make.
Right.
But if you know it's worth it, you're gonna have to make sure you keep on doing what you gotta do till you could do what you want to do.
You can do what you want to do.
That's the key. I tell people, they say, you like driving? I say, no. People stopping in front of you, cutting you off. You think I like that? Risking my life every day on the road with somebody that don't appreciate that?
Right.
But this is what I got to do right now. And I can't be lazy and I can't be distracted while I'm doing it. So you got to make sure you out here focused when you on these roads, man, especially with these loads, man. Take y'all time and chain those loads down, strap those loads down.
Take time.
Remember, you work for yourself. And you work for a rate that you negotiated for yourself. So you shouldn't be having to rush yourself to get nothing done. And if the phone conversation start off with how long it's going to take you to get there, the first thing you got to ask those guys is how much you paying. Because if we putting a time limit on how long I got to get there.
You just add some extra stuff.
If we putting a time limit on how long I got to get there, that means it's expedited.
Right.
It's dedicated.
It's a straight shot. It don't matter what's on the truck now.
No. If it's one piece,
stuff is priority.
Your piece priority.
It's priority.
You got to pay for that. And don't feel bad about that price that you're going to give them. Hit them.
Bro, I'll tell you, I'm not gonna lie. I took a pipe from here. A pipe. It was the baddest pipe on earth.
That 40-foot one?
Man, it wasn't even 40 foot. It was the bad. I think it was 10 feet. It was 10 feet, and it probably around it. It probably sat like maybe 17 inches.
That one in Florida runs?
No. I took this up the very top of Illinois. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Michigan. No, top of Michigan. It was a place called China. Okay. It's called China, Michigan.
Okay.
It was the baddest pipe in the world right there. That pipe was so bad. They needed it there so bad.
You hit them for
it. I ain't even have to hit them for it.
They gave it up.
One, it was pick up on a Saturday. You know that. You know I love that, right? You know me. That's my game right there. Yeah. I want to pick up on a Saturday. Because one, I know you got to pay me now. You know what I'm saying? I want to pick up on a Friday. I want you to say, hey, I got to pick up on a Friday night, 11 p.m. or I got something on Saturday, and it got to get there. Okay, yeah, we gonna get it there. Don't even worry about that. You know what's the numbers on it? But anyway, the pipe was so bad, I felt bad. That's how bad that pipe was. Wow. I felt bad, and I made a tour out of it because this was back when my daughter, she was at Vanderbilt. And I said, bro, we about to make this a tour. You know what I'm saying? I ain't put nothing else on the trailer. Nothing. That 10-foot pipe was the baddest pipe on earth. I said, I ain't even putting nothing over here. I'm just, because one, I know I'm going to hang with my daughter. I ain't want nothing to be sitting in the truck stop, you know. Yeah. And I want people to look like this little pipe on here. And yeah, but that was the baddest pipe in the world right there.
One piece.
That one piece.
100 pounds.
It was, oh, man. I literally could have just took it in the house with us and stuff like that. That's how bad this pipe was. But it was a special pipe. I ain't gonna lie, it was a special pipe. And they paid so much money for that special pipe to go to the very top of Michigan. And I took it right on up there. And I had it there early on them. It was early.
Quickly.
They were like, huh? It was some brokers out of New York, some ladies. It was some brokers out of New York. And once I did that, bro, they had me at the nuclear power plant after that. Cause they were like, oh, you handle the business. I said, listen, I'm gonna run up to the nuclear power plant for you. And they got little stuff like that. They got stuff this size right here, stuff this size, and but they pay like it was 20,000 pounds. See, that's what we tell people about the lightweight game.
Lightweight,
because you know a football field is 300 yards, right? Mm-hmm. But if you do enough 1 yard, you can get a first down. You get what I'm saying? That first down is just as valuable as a touchdown. Because as long as you keep making first downs, you'll get to the daggone touchdown, right?
Right. You're on the way.
So it's about the short game for me. It's about the lightweight for me. And once you showed me lightweight, you just showed me lightweight.
I learned. Hey,
you didn't need no portion place for that, right there, did you?
I pay attention.
Did you need a portion place for that?
I probably ain't need place at all.
You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You probably could have pulled up in the car, throw it in the trunk,
and
made that move.
That's a spool.
The lightest weight in the world. And this is how I teach people when I tell people. They always bragging about how much weight they can carry. And I'd be like, okay, that's cool. But you go take a box. I can give you a box, you know what I'm saying, G, and say, hey, man, go to the post office and mail this. And they'll break you off in the head about $400 for that one little box. Now, how is it that it costs me $400 to ship this box through the mail? But yet you have a truck and I tell you, I'm going to give you $2 a mile. Tell me what that makes sense. If we look at the basic mail system, we will understand the game. There's a game out here. Go take a crate to the daggone post office and say mail it. Go take it to FedEx and say I'm gonna mail it. Go take it to UPS and say I'm gonna mail it. They're gonna break you in the head for that. But yeah, a broker gonna get that same thing and be like, oh yeah, man, all I got in it ain't. Oh, it's a partial. Your box is a partial. That crate you just took this big that they charge you $400 to send to North Carolina. They're gonna hit you for $400. It's a partial. It's a partial of a box. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we don't think about the business.
Yeah, the business aspect of it, you have to think about the business aspect. You cannot think about
But people not thinking about the business though, bro. You know that.
Look at the fuel.
Come on now, but they don't care about the fuel. The brokers don't understand fuel.
Yeah, but what about us as the carriers? What about us as the carriers? What about us as the carriers, man? Okay, if I go 2,000 miles, right?
And there aren't B in the damn building. And there aren't B. They'll start.
If I go 2,000 miles, you give me $4,000.
Right.
And I'm going somewhere like a Michigan or Chicago. The fuel keep going up.
Don't it? And the hills go up too.
The hills go up too.
The mountains go up.
So by the time that trip finished, man, we really just made $1,500.
That's it.
Sounded good though.
We could have did some lightweight stuff and made $1,500 and been at the house every night. We'd have made that money.
You do not have to hit the road if you get out here and hit those doors.
Come on now.
Knock those doors down, man.
Who got Trucker T in the building? Trucker T. My boy Lee, I'm so proud of you, bro. Keep applying that pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's what Trucker T said about that situation right there. You know what I'm saying? But that we have to teach people. Well, let me say I teach people. People have to learn themselves and understand that the game is out here. Quit thinking. Just take the post office. The next time y'all do something, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say this right here. If you're here in Houston, or if you're in San Antonio, if you wherever you're Atlanta, I don't care where the hell you're at. Go there, or go to UPS or FedEx, and say, "Hey, I want to do a ground shipment." Take them out to your trailer, and say, "Hey, I need a ground ship on this item right here," and just tell them the numbers, how much it weigh. And see what they tell you. If you want to know what it is to understand the shipping rates, you know what I'm saying, and what shippers are paying, go to a FedEx. This is free game. Go to a UPS store or go to a FedEx ground store and pull up with your tray and say, hey, I need to send this from here to here. Ground though. They would tell you what the daggone brokers are getting.
So you can use that as a rule of thumb.
There you go.
Right.
That's I won't tell people that.
Free game.
But that right there is a nugget for you right there. I don't tell people that. I ain't never told nobody. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, it's a free game.
Listen, if you want to be a broker, you want to find out what rates are, you know what I'm saying? Well, you want to find out what lanes are, all you got to do, you can just drive somewhere, travel somewhere. You go to these places, FedEx and stuff. There's no secret, UPS ground or whatever. Get in there and say, hey, I got an item that is 23 inches long, but it needs to go by ground. I need to know how much it costs to ship it. They're going to tell you what the rates are. Now you take that number, right, and you take a percentage or whatever off of it. So now when you reach out to shippers, what you're doing, you just learn what the UPS rates are.
Right.
You just learn what the ground rates are. So now you can go be a broker. You don't have to take a course and all this other crazy shit to do. Oh, you got to take my course so you can learn how to understand and get this program so you can learn what the rate lanes are. And so you know what to present. It's a conversation, bro. You call a shipper. You find out who's in charge, you know what I'm saying, of shipping of that particular company. You know what I'm saying? You found out all the rate. You looked at that company. I'm going to give you some broker game. You found out about the company, what the company does.
Research.
You found out where the company ships to, where the common places they ship to. So you already know they ship into a distribution hub. This is what they're doing. They're sending trucks out. They're sending lanes out right here. You find out at that, you go in that city or that town, you found out what the rates are, or you can call somebody, you know what I'm saying? They could tell you. You call the 1-800 UPS line. Right. Ground though, not air, ground. And you found out what the rates are. You tell them what the dimensions are. Hey, I have this right here. I need to ship it, blah, blah, blah. Here's the dimensions and the weight of, okay, yeah, this is going to be this right here. It's going ground. They just told you what that lane is. Now all you do is get that information from different places. You write it down. Right?
Cross.
Come on, man. Y'all better stop playing. Let's jump into a commercial because I'm putting too much stuff out here. I don't mean to be doing this stuff right here. We're jumping right back into the daggone Pamela.
I remember my first paycheck as a company driver. I was appalled. How could I survive on $600 a week gross? Paying bills and managing over the road on a trainer's truck, things could get tight. I knew then that I had to help create the change that I wanted to see. To be impactful to the underserved trucking community, I founded my nonprofit Sunshine for Truckers.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to what's going on, everybody. We back. You know what I'm saying? Pamela, my girl, you know my boo. Yeah, that's who she is. Once again, man, hey, listen, we got to get a game out. That's why I said tonight is Friday, man. We got to get a game out.
We could be anywhere else.
We're gonna expose the jokers out here tonight, man. Free game Friday. You know what I'm saying? Free game Friday. That's what we got, man. But listen, we have to, and it don't take paying for a course. It don't take none of that. Sometimes you just ask the right people
questions and relationships.
Get around the right people who want to see you succeed, who want you to win.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with anything because, you know, I got tired of that game right there. I got tired of that game. That's the real talk. I got tired of that game because it was a game. It was just like, y'all.
So wait, man, when I met you, it was a G5 holiday.
5 more.
You was 5 more holiday.
5 more. Yeah.
We went on a pickup. We went on a pickup to we picked up the ACs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We had a little boot camp. We had a little boot camp. We had to strap down these units.
I had them strapping the units down, baby.
Hey man, y'all got to do this.
Come on now. Did we not do the boot camp?
Y'all got to do it yourself. If I do it, it's different because I know what I'm doing. No, y'all got to do it, and y'all got to do it the way they want y'all to do it. How much we made?
You know what I'm saying?
How much we made?
You made something.
We ain't made nothing. We got a lesson.
Right.
We got a lesson. You can't pay for that.
Meet at the gate.
Yeah.
And it was one of the controlled places, remember?
Yes.
Because they were trying to trip because you came up in the car, they were trying to trip. I'm like, oh, no, dog. But you got to have that conversation, that dialogue, know how to talk to people. No, man, right. It's with us right here. We need to get him up in here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The dude, like, he got a little clipboard and pad, and he's like, man, well, we ain't supposed to do that. Bro, come on now.
So now we fast forward.
Come on now.
Right. Fast forward. No more 5 more. 5 more is
It was on the way to something different.
Yeah, progression.
It was to do something different.
Yeah,
the mind is shifted. It's just like, okay, that.
So I said that to say one thing I pay attention to. Hey man, it's my mentor. My mentor said you don't need 20,000 pounds. The axles are 20,000 pound axles. Yeah, you can haul it. You can put 18 back there and get away with it. How long are you gonna run that truck like that with the 15 and 18 on there? If I put 15,000 pounds on my trailer, if I go 300 miles, I wish I could tell you how much I'm gonna charge you for that. For 300 miles. That's heavy, man. Think about your fuel. Think about your equipment.
Your tires. I don't care what ply you got on.
Say, man.
Why you gonna put that on? Just because I got this ply tires, why am I gonna put that weight on there?
My weight surge load when I'm on the low blowout is 5,000.
You know what I'm saying? When last time you had a blowout on the trailer?
Man, I ain't had a blowout since I've been running.
Come on now. But I can show you a whole bunch of people who have blowouts all the time. They the kings of the blowouts.
I ain't had a blowout since I've been running this thing.
And G, why do you think they have blowouts?
Too much on.
They got a portion plate and they feel like I want to portion it out.
Wait,
I want to put as much weight on that thing as I can.
5.
For what?
I got 2 brand new spare tires still sitting on the top of the
spare it up.
Brand new.
Ain't even thought about using them.
Brand new.
Come on now. But that's game, G.
That's free game.
G, that's game.
Right.
Hey there in case.
That's game.
Free game Friday.
That's just game right there. That's game. But you know, we gotta yeah, I mean, center of gravity, all man, please. Who carrying all that mess? Who's carrying all that mess? You know? And I'm saying, and so this is no against 18-wheelers stuff. I'm not talking about that. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about that.
Right.
I'm just saying in the Hotshot arena. You get what I'm saying? I'm sure the same concept could apply, honestly. But you know, just because you can carry all this weight. Now, if you doing it heavy hauling, that's different because it's called heavy hauling. And those guys are not going to carry nothing if it's less than a certain weight.
Right.
You can't even call them. They looking at you like, boy, that ain't nothing right there. I'm not moving my truck for that little bit of mess.
Right.
So if they specialize in what they're doing, you get what I'm saying? So that lets you know all that other gray area out there. It's like, yo, they telling you ain't making no money. You call it what, 40,000 pounds? You ain't making no money. They'll tell you that. Man, please. You better get with them. You know who make the money. Them Jews drive them cows. Them left laners.
Cattle.
That's who make that money. You ever talk to one of them?
No.
You have a conversation with them one day. Tell me when you ever seen a cattle truck pulled over by DOT. I'm gonna wait for y'all.
Wow. I ain't seen it.
You ain't gonna never see
I've
it.
Never seen it.
You ain't gonna never see it.
Yeah.
That's where the money's at. See, that's what the billionaire boys run that program, right? That's a whole different program. They deal straight with the governors. They billionaires. That's livestock. Cause one of them things die. Ooh, that's some money they got to pay. That state money got to pay right there. They don't want them private. That's the billionaire boys run that. So just show me where you see a left laner driving in a Hammer where they pull over. Show me where they getting a level 1.
Right.
show me when them getting a level 1.
They got that package. They got to get that.
Hey, bro, please. They won't stop them dudes. Them gals that's driving them things. You know, especially when we know we see them at nighttime. You know, look on that front of that cab up top. You know, they got that low flat top on them pipes sitting on it. It's glowing. That thing pretty, and they rolling. And then you learn the game with that cattle game, right? Some of them are just they transfer, so they'll drive them up to a certain point, right? And they'll pull up in a field somewhere, and they let them out, and they'll sit there. You know, what I'm saying, that field for about 2 or 3 days because they can't travel that long. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These bulls, they can't travel that long. So some people just transport them. See, people think they all going to a slaughterhouse. No, that's not the case. They're in transport because people buy these things. And so they have these fields they take them to. You know what I'm saying? So they might drive it. You might drive X amount of miles and put them to that field. They let them out. And then that trucker, he gone. You know what I'm saying? They stay in there for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Because they have to settle. Then another trucker pull up in there. They'll pull them up in there and they'll complete the journey. You know what I'm saying? So that's the game with it. But it's so much money. You ain't never seen a broke cattle guy. Every one of their trucks have been beautiful. And you know them trucks cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
They beautiful trucks and they clean. They be shiny. Because that's where the money at. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different lane to get in. You know what I'm saying? So that's the deal. What we got ready to tell him, G? Like Aunt B. He crazy. He got jokes. He got some jokes. That's some old Martha Stewart inside the trading there. Okay. So the box truck game. How has it been? Because everybody say, oh, the box truck game suck. There ain't nothing out here. You got to do this. How's the box truck game?
The box truck game been a blessing. And some days I run it 5 days out the week, and some days I run it 3 days. But it's still been a blessing. And when I got in the box truck game, I thought about I was just going to do Amazon like everybody else. But man, when
you gonna go work somebody? You gonna go work for somebody?
Say, man. When I look at the load boards for Amazon, man, I say, man, a lot of people need to stop hauling this stuff. You know, they talk about protesting for this and protesting for that. Amazon is one of the biggest companies around. There's nowhere in the world we should be running a freight for $1.50 or $1.41. If Amazon give you $400, you lucky, and most likely you're gonna be out of state. But in Texas, from what I've seen, you'll be lucky to not have 5 or 6 stops if you're doing something from San Antonio to somewhere for Amazon. 4 stops, 5 stops, and then they got you on a time schedule.
Ooh, because you
got to unload this stuff, and you got to be hustling to scan it. You're running in the wee hours of the night. So when that weather was bad, 2 weeks ago we had that bad weather, I was telling one of my buddies, I said, man, you going to run tonight? He was like, yeah, I got 2 stops.
Right.
I said, bro, the wind is horrible going out there, going toward Comfort and Kerrville. I said, it's bad out there, man. Be careful. He said, yeah, but if I don't go,
right,
they're going to count that against my score.
I was just telling somebody this the other day.
They're going to count that against your score. You get out your bed at 11 o'clock at night for to go and make 2 stops. You got to drive 70, probably about 150 to 160 miles round trip to and from. For probably about 371, if I'm correct, about 371. So after fuel,
come on now.
After fuel, if you just got a whopping 371,
come on now,
for that load with 2 stops going 70 miles up, how much did you make for those 6 hours that you got out your bed and risked your life to go and deliver their stuff?
And did they unload you?
You got to unload it.
Come on now.
And what I hear, you got to unload it and scan it.
Hello.
And scan it in.
At least got to scan it in. Every item.
No.
To make sure you ain't stolen.
And if you get there late, they docking you for that. You got like 12 to 15 minutes to unload at them stops.
You got to run scared. You got to run scared. G.
I don't know how they doing it.
G.
Man.
G.
I don't know.
G.
But to answer your question, the box truck game, man, the box truck game been cool. I'm looking forward to what else it's got to offer. That box truck game, something else.
You just got to get out there and talk to people.
Talk to people.
Get out there and talk to people. Don't go relying on stuff. Go talk to people. That's the key to all of it. You have to get out there and go walk up in buildings, talk to people, have a conversation. It don't take but one, bro. That's all it takes, man. One good conversation. Go have 100 conversations a day. People say, I'm gonna get business card, I'm gonna pass out, 50 a day. Okay. If you don't have business cards, guess what you do? Go into 50 locations and have 50 conversations per day.
Right.
I promise you probably move faster than a card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you'll see the result. Just go. One of them gonna win. I promise you. You don't need but one. One is gonna win because that one's gonna give you motivation to keep moving, and that's all you have to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's if you want to do it. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can have the drive for you. They can get you started in something, but then if they're smart, they're gonna get you started, and they're gonna see what you do. And if you sit there and say, "Well, I want you to do this. I want you to show me," then guess what? You leave them sitting right there because really they want you to do it. And they don't want to do it themselves.
I got one for you.
And that's the damn deal. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Doc. Appreciate you. Get classy. So if we look at everything, the game can be good for you if that's what you want to do. I just don't particularly want to do certain things anymore. You know what I'm saying? People are like, well, gee, why don't you do it? I don't want to do it. No more. You know what I'm saying?
So hold on.
Yeah.
You were talking about the box truck, right?
Yeah.
So my truck went to Harlingen today.
Okay.
We had a hard time coming out of the day.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
But my truck went to Harlingen today.
Okay.
My truck did one stop at Harlingen today.
Yeah. See, people getting this when they go on that 7,000-mile trip.
My truck did one stop at Harlingen today.
Right.
And that's what my truck made today.
Right.
That was the gross though.
Right.
That was the gross.
But it don't matter. One stop though.
Right. That was one stop. That was
what you would have had to do for Amazon. If your truck was with Amazon, what would you have to do to get that?
That's at least that's probably at least 6+ runs.
You know what I'm saying? Runs. We ain't talking about stops.
That's about 6+ runs. With probably 2+ stops per run.
Right. And that's why I tell people stop running and listen to what everybody's saying because they say, oh man, you go to Amazon, you get to listen, man. Don't go to the biggest plantation in the state. Okay, that's my piece with it. Don't go running to plantations. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. If you look at the people that even work in the place, take trucks out of it. Look at the people that work in the place. Look at the turnover rate. If the turnover rate is a certain way in the people that's inside of the place, can you only imagine, you know what I'm saying, if you are taking and moving the stuff for them? And they got more robots than anything in there, and their turnover rate is still as high as it is. So you think they're really taking care of you as a driver, period. No, they want you to be dependent, but they want you to, they're all about scores, graphs, and all that other stuff. They grade you. You know what I'm saying? When we're in school, we get graded, right? Mm-hmm. Why are you getting graded and you own a business? What are you getting graded for, G? You own the business. It's your business. Why you have to get graded? Does that make sense? For you to accept that? Oh, I gotta see what my grade is. It's my business, but I gotta see what my grade is. Come on, man. We have to think. People want to be entrepreneurs, but they don't understand what it takes to be an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? They have entrepreneur spirits. They're great business people. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of people that are great business people all day. I'm talking about they running businesses and they doing it. Right. They got millions. They're running businesses.
Hold on,
but it doesn't translate to you're an entrepreneur. No, go ahead.
I just want to show you something.
Let's see. What's that?
How many loads you see in that box? It look like about 3 to me.
Yeah, 3 piece.
3 loads, right?
Yeah, 3 piece.
That was the duty. Right?
Okay.
That was the duty.
Right. Okay.
That was the duty.
Right.
So my point is, like, I run local.
Yeah.
I run local for the most part.
Right.
But you see the proof.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
You see the proof because you know.
Right.
And I tell everybody, like, I've never seen nobody produce no numbers, no real numbers. Right. I don't produce them either because I'm not trying to show nobody. I don't ever want to prove. But like the immediate people that know me, I don't have a problem with showing them real numbers on what could be done.
Right.
Because most people see, oh man, you bragging. How you bragging? No, I'm just trying to motivate you and show you. Because every time you see me post something, you see me post my truck with a load.
Right.
You don't see me posting nothing else.
Numbers,
I'm just showing you that
in the miles
it's a work.
Whatever.
It's work to be done. If you're willing to do it, it's work to be done.
All day.
Monday to Thursday, I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm out the door by 5. I'm back inside by 10 or 11 at night.
Right.
From Monday to Thursday this week.
Right.
But you gotta be willing to get up and go do it.
And a lot of people are not willing to get up and do it. They're not going to do it. They don't want to do it. They want the end result now. They want them numbers at the end.
We did 16 hours to 18 hours a day. We was up in the oil field.
Right.
16 hours. That was conditioning for me. So I could do this with my eyes closed.
Right.
We only get 70 hours a week to run on, CDL.
Right.
So I just make sure that I make my 70 hours worthwhile.
Easy. And that's why you tell the people the number of 20. You know what I'm saying? That's the number I tell people, 20. 20 is easily done.
Right.
Easily done. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Per month. Easily. It's easily done. 20 is. You know what I'm saying? You could do more, but that's easily done. Right? If you have that, what you said, if you're willing to go ahead and just go make that thing happen. You know, and so to be able to find and then be lightweight. That's a lightweight at that right there. You know what I'm saying? And so my thing is, for me, it ain't about showing numbers. I'm gonna show a person. So I'm gonna show you how to do it.
Right.
And then I'm gonna show you your numbers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you your numbers, and you'll start off. I'm gonna show you your numbers. Now, see that's the flex right there. Because we're gonna teach you how to fish.
Right. And
you know what I'm saying? Because you come looking at my bucket, don't do nothing for you.
No.
Right.
Me showing you my bucket does nothing for you, because I'm taking my bucket home with me.
Right.
Right.
I'm gonna take you out here and I'm gonna show you so you can see your own bucket. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to listen to these other people, they're gonna tell you, oh, well, you know what? Hey, today, but this so and so said it to me. Hey, I'm gonna say, hey, go on over there with them.
You know what
I'm easy with that. Hey, no, go on over there.
You know what I
take that information over there with you.
I had a guy tell me, man, you know what? I won't get into this, and I don't know where to start. I said, you got to start by going and get your equipment. But don't go get your equipment until you know what you're gonna be moving and you know who you're gonna be moving it for. I bought mine, but I know who I was gonna be moving it for.
Right.
First mistake. So I had to go figure out who I was gonna move it for before I even got to that point.
Right.
So I'm spending money before I'm making money. So that was my first mistake. Get out there, solicit, build your network, build your circle so you know who you're going to run for, and what I mean by that, who you're going to deliver for.
Right.
Before you go buying all that stuff. Right now, trucks at an all-time high.
Come on now.
But one of my buddies called me and said, man, I think I want to lease on with you for a little while until I get my stuff straight.
Yeah.
I said, well, get you a truck. Not even a day later, bro, he called me and said, hey, send me a picture. I got the truck.
Right.
Called me today, hey, man, I'm going to check on this. You checked on that on your end? So I should be able to have my first, owner operator within the next few days or what have you. I'm doing my part. He's doing his part. We're going to put it together. We're going to put him in place with the people that he needs so to make sure that he's going to be able to
make that end hit.
To make his end click like it should click. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about me.
Right.
If all you doing is doing something, you ain't teaching nobody else how to do nothing. Man, you really ain't doing nothing. But I'm doing it without selling it to you. Without selling it to you.
And you eating good. You eating good off of something somebody's giving you.
Yeah.
On your own. You eating on your own plate. You killing your own food and everything.
Because you went out and made the first step. You went and did it yourself.
Right.
Most people, they want you to put them in position. You got to put yourself in position.
That's what I said. Get you started. Don't think I'm going to do it for you.
Right.
That's not going to happen.
I can show you how to do it, but can you maintain it?
Right. Because I got to see if you got that energy. You know what I'm saying? You can wake up, I just can't do it. It's too hard. Well, you don't even doing that.
Man.
Well, you got me started. No. I asked you, this is what you wanted to do.
I know a guy, man, he saw that truck and trailer park, man. Next thing I know, he said, man, I'm about to do what you doing. I said, man, you don't want these headaches.
Right.
I said, what you mean? I said, you don't want these headaches, man. 7 months later, he said, "Man, I'm done with this. I don't know how you do it." He said, "Man, it's too inconsistent."
He saw he saw your outcome.
He said, "It's too inconsistent."
He saw your outcome. He wanted your outcome.
But guess what? Every time I called him, I said, "Man, dude, just call me with a load. You want this load? How far?" About 200 miles.
That was the first issue right there.
Yeah, how far? About 200 miles, right? I don't want to go that far out today. Man, when y'all getting into this, man, make sure y'all ready to run because you're going to have to run. Days when you don't want to run, you're going to have to run.
Right.
Days when you didn't think you was going to run and you got all dressed up and you ready to go, you might have to run.
How about that? We're
going to hook back up to the trail. They called me. I'm already out and about doing something different. I carry my binder now with me wherever I'm at nowadays. In case I might have to go grab it. I might have to go yank.
Yeah, somebody to pop off.
I'm going to hook up to that trail and yank it if we need to. But consistency is going to be the key in this game. You got to be consistent in this game.
Right.
You can't get in this and be lazy, man. You're not going to make it.
It ain't going to make it. It ain't going to make it. So you catching some stuff up here? Are you catching anything? I just need to know. Put the mic up on you. Put the mic up on.
I'm soaking it up, man.
You catching anything?
Yeah. He preach it all to me though.
Say, man, this is who I get the game from, Five.
One-on-one conversation. I should listen to him.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I said the game flip. I used to give him game. Now he give me game. Yeah.
Say, man, Five. I had to bring him with me because this is special for me.
Right.
It's special in a major way because everybody see that. They can't see him on the camera, but they can hear the voice. If they hear the voice, they know who it is.
Right.
Yeah.
That was like my brother growing up. For real.
Oh, I listen. I know from the post. I know I ain't know him, but I know from the post what he meant. You know what I'm saying?
This couldn't be nothing different, but for him to be able to see it and see it, man, it's priceless.
But how does it make you feel though, Gene?
I'm proud
to see this, to really see this.
To know where he come from, like the road travel to right here,
right?
Man, incredible.
Come on, now. It's gotta be a proud moment for real.
I'm proud of him. Yeah,
you know,
before he even got this far in the game, I told him,
right.
Because I watched him do all the research. Right. He was serious.
Right.
We'd be riding in the car. We on the highway one time. And I'm like, every trailer we passed, every truck we passed, he looking and I'm like, man, what you doing?
Money.
Within probably like less than 6 months later, he bought a truck.
Right.
And he was doing his own thing. And I was like, damn, you was really serious, cuz he right now today, telling you what he's doing. Yeah.
See, and that's beautiful, bro. And I'll tell you this right here, and I'm keeping it real. I wish I had the passion, the energy that you have, what you have right now. Still, see the difference. I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Because you move to different things. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you walk into another room, right?
Right.
And it's kind of you remember. It's kind of like I'm gonna hit the military again, right? So certain positions you had before. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say when I was a first sergeant, right? That's probably the last position that you had where you really commanded the soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Like they were like first sergeant, say something, blah blah blah. So then you become a command sergeant major, right? You have the influence because they understand your position. And it's like, yo, you say something, it's gonna be this.
Yeah.
But you miss being that first sergeant because you were the one that, you know what I'm saying, you were the input. And so that's the energy. So what I'm saying, I see that, like, I wish I had that still. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because you do move on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, well, I only had a fire to do that because you still have to be able to do certain things as a first sergeant. You know, you got to have some fire in you. Yeah. You know, but you'll miss that. So that's my thing, bro. And when I see that in you and see what you're doing, I love it. And you're doing it all straight, legit. Yeah. No crazy, funny business. You know what I'm saying? And so that's really makes it special then, because there's a certain hardness that comes with that.
True definition of getting it out the mud.
Ooh, say it again.
True definition.
That's a true definition.
Getting it out the mud.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
because it's raw.
Yeah.
It's raw. You know what I'm saying? No helps. It's raw. Yeah. Right? So it is going to be a different in respect in it in that way, because one, you really digging it. You really digging in that mud, man.
He surrounds himself with like-minded people, and then he good at networking. Telling you what he do.
Right.
He hit the pavement. He knocking on doors. He good at networking.
And not scared to do it.
Not scared to do it at all. Closed mouths don't get fed.
It don't.
No feet don't eat.
Because a lot of people don't want to take their step and walk out there and be like, yo, let's find out what's going on. Right. Like, well, I don't really want to go today. Well, you don't want to win. If you have apprehension,
they can tell you yay or they can tell you nay.
That's it.
Right.
They're not gonna beat you, kill you, stab you, nothing. Right. They're just gonna tell you yes or no.
Yeah.
And the law of numbers always win. Yeah. The law of numbers. You get what I'm saying?
That's real.
the law of numbers, the numbers run everything.
Yeah.
You know, out of 5 attempts, trust me, I'm gonna get something out of 5 attempts,
Right.
bro.
You might get one.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
I'm gonna
said,
get something out of
might
5
be a
attempts.
winner. Right.
I'm gonna get something out of 5. I promise you.
I promise might be worth more than the other 4.
There you go. And when I get the 1, I might get it on 2, right? Guess what? I still got 3 more. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I ain't stopping because I got the daggone 2.
That one might help
I
you
booked
get
it.
That one might help you get a few more.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because now I got that confidence now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go at it. I'm like, boom.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. And so that's what I enjoy now about this portion of, you know what I'm saying, life now.
Right.
It's kind of like, you know, so now I take all that stuff I learned, like the things you've learned, you know what I'm saying, from being, you know what I'm saying, from going to, I call it parochial school, going to parochial school.
Right.
And then, you know, playing ball in the corner, you know what I'm saying, with the crate, you know what I'm saying, going through the situations with Katrina, you know what I'm saying, getting refrigerators and putting people in and rescuing people, getting people. The thing that the understand you can go through the grind by riding on a bus, a 4-hour trip, it turns to 10. Get to where you at on the 10, they tell you can't be here. You know what I'm saying? Now get back on there and you get back, heading back to another direction.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Getting out there in the oil fields. You know what I'm saying? You know, starting out, you know, intermittent, moving around different parts of the state, then going out there action on the oil fields, fracking, doing those things hard. You know what I'm saying? Dangerous.
Anybody that know about the oil field, or been in the oil field, there's some easy jobs in the oil field, but a small one.
Well, the one you like you were doing
was not easy.
It didn't look easy when you were doing,
Fracking
bro.
not easy, man. It's nothing like sitting on a machine. My last job I held before safety out there, I was HSC. So before I became a safety coordinator, you know, I was a blender operator. The blender pretty much is the heart of the operation in the oil field. That machine's supposed to be positioned maybe 25 feet from the line.
Okay.
Sometimes a pad don't have enough space. So now instead of being 25 feet from the line, you might be maybe 5 feet from the line. So what I mean by the line is the way the oil field is set up. The water tanks is behind us.
Okay.
That's what supply the water to the front.
Okay.
So now on the back side, we got to hook up these suction hoses to the blender. Sometimes we had a hydration and then a blender, or sometimes we had 2 blenders.
Right.
Just depending on who out there pumping and how they want to keep pumping. You running these discharges hoses after you come off of the suction side.
Okay.
The suction hoses are they're easy. The discharge hoses, now we talking 35 pounds maybe per hose.
Ooh.
You might need 8 to 10 of them, sometimes 12.
Ooh.
Then we got to tie into the missile. All this done individually. I'm gonna show you a picture. All this done individually.
Right.
So at the end of the day, we got 16 pumps, 8 on the high side, 8 on the low side. I'm sitting on the blender.
Right.
Sometimes we pumping 100 barrels a minute. Sometimes we fighting pressure. We pumping high pressure, 10,000, 11,000 pounds per minute coming through this iron that we tying in. So when iron always normally part at the wing.
Right.
The wing is the only thing that's holding it together. So every so many months, the iron got to be recertified.
Okay.
So just imagine sitting on a blender behind all of this pressure. Sometimes for 2 hours. When I was in New Mexico, we were fracking 6-hour stages. Man, you been woke all that time. I kept my lunch bag right there. When I say conditioning, it's conditioned me. I kept my lunch bag right there. So they never knew how I moved. Text somebody, man, bring my bag. I need some meat, whatever.
Right.
But I'm sitting up there. I gotta be woke because they expecting me to watch the line.
Right.
Because nobody could go in the line while we pumping because of the pressure. We got to put restraints on that. The restraints, when iron part, it sounds like a 50 caliber went off, if not worse. When it part, we pumping so much pressure. If somebody in that line, when that iron part, it's gonna probably cut through their body because of the pressure.
The pressure come through there. Through that diamond.
You know what I'm saying? So they looking for me. So my job, I got all this responsibility on me now. Because I got to watch that line. First time I see a leak, they're expecting me to call that out. So the oil field conditioned me for a lot.
Right.
It's hard work, man. But if you're willing to work hard, man, the rewards are crazy.
Crazy, right?
It's crazy.
Crazy.
They want the reward.
Life.
They don't want to do the work to get it.
Man,
they want that output.
Yeah.
They want the output.
You got to put in the work. Anything you do in life is going to be hard.
Right.
But if you keep doing it, it get easier. Because as you learn, you adjust.
And you're going to have low times and slow times. And you're going to have, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's just part of it. And that's that being an entrepreneur thing. Not just, you know what? My money got to this point, so I just need to quit.
Entrepreneurship, I tell anybody, it's one of the hardest jobs you're gonna ever run across. It make you appreciate corporate section,
right?
When you get into being an entrepreneur,
right?
And I can speak on from my experiences from it. That's one of the main things I learned. It make me appreciate a lot and look at a lot different.
As it should.
Being an entrepreneur.
As it should. Okay, hey, check this out. We're gonna go ahead and run this one last commercial, and then we'll come back. We'll take a couple phone calls, and we're gonna close it on out. So once again, let's get back on this Jaw Juice real quick.
When you're ready for that pickup, there's only one juice to go for, and that's the Jaw Juice. That's 281-455-8797. Get you some of that good stuff. Jaw Juice.
All right. You know what? This is what we're gonna do right here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the phone line up here. You know what I'm saying? And hold on, my charger together. Charge game tore up.
Come on now.
Get my charger together on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Make sure my Bluetooth is toothed up.
When you know it's time to get the mood right. There's only one candle, and that's J Love Candle Co.
I apologize about that. I think it might just for a second. Power. I don't know, man. Let me go ahead for y'all. Yeah. That's 3 right now. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Okay, all right, number 512-296-4803. Oh no, I was coming through right now. Let me see. Okay, there it is. I messed around and left my damn my hotspot. So I'm hotspotting off my damn phone. See, sometimes it be tore up like that. So okay. So G, let me ask you something.
What's up?
What seeing this tonight, right? It's hard to believe we had 2 hours and 13 minutes. We're
running.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that.
Game.
Time fly when you're having fun.
Don't it though? Mm-hmm. You being here tonight, seeing your boy that you've known for so many years, watching him as he's the businessman that he's become in this profession here. What type of inspiration does he give you? And how has he inspired you?
Well, for
just
one,
hearing him tonight.
Just don't stop. Whatever it is that you really, really want to do, if you really, he's driven.
Right.
So I mean, if you're really driven to go out there and get it, don't stop. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make progress, just don't quit.
Right.
And he's done that. He just always been persistent. Ever since he got into the business, he just always been consistent and persistent. So I mean, I take that from what he doing. I watch all his moves.
Right.
I sit back, I could just, pull him on the side sometime, be like, man, I'm proud of you, cuz.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just not because I know he need to hear it. He know.
Right.
But I mean, just watching the road that he traveled and what he's into today and the businessman that he's turned into today, that's definitely inspiring to me.
Do you see any limits to what he can accomplish and what he might be about to accomplish and stuff like that?
None. And then, like, I got a degree in IT. Like, I do IT work.
Okay.
He got me like really considering buying a truck and getting into the business.
Right.
So he like basically laying the blueprint for all of us. It's like, like our crew of cousins.
Right.
Like we call out the fam.
Okay.
So like he always trying to like organize, orchestrate some stuff, giving up game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like he really got me thinking about getting into the trucking because he's got like he could, like all the mistakes and everything that he's learned from.
Right.
He's not gonna let me make them same mistakes.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So,
see, and that's where the value comes in.
Yeah.
When people can connect with the right people who've made the mistakes, you know what I'm saying, or went through I've made the mistakes. I've been through the heartaches. You know what I'm saying? And so my thing is that's what I do have to offer somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not from what I heard, but no, these are the things that, you know what I'm saying,
right.
To look out for possibly.
So did you have somebody laying a blueprint for you?
No.
You just had to get in there and
I got it.
Learn it.
I learned it. And it's not because I'm sure maybe there could have been somebody, but I'm not one that would jump on courses and all this stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think me and Pro Hall TV, I think we were starting off at the same time. He was just coming out of the NFL. He started, I think he was like maybe 4 months before I did, you know what I'm saying? But he still was kind of doing things, trying out for different teams and stuff like that.
Right.
But he'll come back to Texas and we stayed by each other. And so it was one of those things where, he was trying to learn and I seen him trying to learn and I was trying to learn too.
Yeah.
And so it was one of those things where it was just like, yo, let's just get in here. Let's talk to the Secretary of State. Let's don't just go on the line. Let's talk to him.
Yeah.
Let's talk to the people at irs.gov.
Right.
Not just go on irs.gov and get an EIN. Let's have that conversation, right?
Right.
Let me talk to the people at FMCSA. You know what I'm saying? Right. In that particular department. You know what I'm saying?
They see you serious about it. I think they'll help you.
And they want to help you. That's the thing about it. That's the funny thing about it. They want because they would rather. One of the ladies told me, this was back in 19. She told me, she said, you know what, Mr. Grantham, she said, I don't mind helping you at all because I appreciate the fact it's going to make it better for you and for us because at least you'll be able to kind of tell people that you actually talked to somebody from here during your developing process when you were trying to learn.
Yeah.
And one of the things I remember she told me, and this is what I tell everybody. She said, because it was before I was about to do my authority. And she said, let me tell you this right here. This is for real. I promise you will be done submitting for your authority in less than 20 minutes.
Wow.
She told me that. She said, one, because you had the mind enough to call us. Two, everything was self-explanatory on there. People just did that. That's all they need to do. But first, they will have to know what they want to do. That's the problem. She said, people don't know what they want to do.
Right.
But you told me what you wanted to do. You said you wanted to haul a freight. You didn't want to do hazmat. You know what I'm saying? You told me those things.
Specific, right.
So when you go through there and you see what they ask for, you're going to just start laughing. And when you get to the end, she said it's going to cost you $300. And she said it's going to take this many days right here. This is what it says on the site. She said, but this was how many days it's going to take. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if we did say, hey, it's only going to take you, 4 days.
Right.
They'll be calling the office every day. So we're going to say, we're going to have up there, it's going to take this many days.
Right.
So now what happens is a lot of these people who are third party and they're getting authorities for people, of course, they're going to tell them, it's going to take about a month, right? Because they're doing 17, 18 people.
Right.
And they don't want to come back to your stuff, you know what I'm saying? Especially they're just going to go back and check their bulk of people. Or when you go into the Secretary of State, they don't understand here in Texas in particular, when you go there and there are just 2 logins. When you go to the SOS, you log in first to log into the system. It costs you $1.
Wow. Okay.
$1 just so you can get into the system. So now that means if I'm G5 and I'm just starting people's LLCs, right? I'll say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna start your LLC. It costs $300 to start your LLC in Texas, right? So I'm saying, oh yeah, give me $589. I'm gonna get your LLC for you, and I'm gonna get your EIN, and I'm gonna get you your certificate of organization. Now, getting the LLC is the certificate of organization. a certificate formation.
Yeah.
But what I did was I just said it two different, so it looked like you get more. I'm gonna get your LLC and I'm gonna get your certificate of formation. That's two things I'm gonna do for you. Then I'm gonna get you an EIN. Oh yeah, but you know what? Then I got a bonus package. You give me $59 more. I'm gonna go ahead and get your Duns Bradstreet, your Duns number.
Dun and Bradstreet. Okay.
I'm gonna get your Duns number for you. Now, all you have to pay in that was $300 to start off with, right? Secretary of State, and that's gonna take you It's gonna take you a hot 15 minutes to get your LLC in the state of Texas. A hot 15 minutes. Once somebody show you, you know what I'm saying?
Ran up a tab on you,
and they done ran a tab up on you, right? So you don't spend $1 to get into the SOS system. Once you get in there, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna have some open ups gonna open up here on the right side, and it's gonna be bold, and it's gonna say right here, a certificate of formation, right? That's what you're making. You're gonna click on that button, the drop down menu is gonna hit, you're gonna hit it, it's gonna open up a next screen. The next screen is gonna say, hey, okay, put a name in here and search for name availability, right? So you click in there, you put a name in there, they're gonna open up a screen, it's gonna have some names similar to yours, but it wasn't yours, so boom, that's the one I want. It's gonna say return, you know what I'm saying, new search or continue. You hit continue. Now it's gonna come up and it's gonna ask you for your information.
Next step.
Right?
I did my own.
You get what I'm saying?
Got right online and did my own. Yeah.
And at that point, you start filling out the certificate of formation. And that's all you're doing, the blocks you put in, because then after you get done with all that, what's gonna happen is that one page certificate of formation is gonna pop up and it's gonna tell you review this right here. It's all there in the top left corner. It's gonna say pay $300. Boom. You do that, it's gonna give you a receipt. Right? Then, here's the other funny part. This is the people that charge you all this money, right? So you log all the way out. Then you go back to the Secretary of State website, right? And you go up to the SOS tab, and it has about 5 little things over there. And one of them says, check the status of your filing. You click that button, right? Then this one little box thing is going to open up, and it's going to say either type in the name or the letters of the name you submit. You click on that, and it's going to show the status. It's going to say either received or it's completed. It's going to, and on the left side, it's going to say view now. So when you click it, you click view, it's going to have your certificate of formation on there. You save it, print it. Now you don't have to wait for it to come in the mail, because now the people that did it for you, they're going to tell you, you know what I'm saying, oh, you know what I'm saying, it's going to take 12 days, 15 days, whatever, we get that back to you. Meanwhile, in a lot of times, you could have got it back in 2 or 3 days. You know what I'm saying? 7 at the most. Right? Just based on what they're doing, Secretary of State. You know what I'm saying? You call that office. Hey, I just want to check and see, we got moving today. You know what I'm saying? All things were submitted from this date right here. They'll be all processed today. You can go back on line and you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just print it on out and go ahead and do what you got to do.
Simple as that.
And then the other mistake people make is they'll say, okay, I gotta go downtown. For what? That's when you're doing a DBA, silly. You know what I'm saying? For the local government. You go downtown to the tax office, whatever. You do this, your company, DBA, as whatever, all that is on your social security number. So after you get certain size, you're gonna have to change it anyway, right? So why don't you just go ahead and do it now? Don't spend the money down there. They ain't have to spend the money up here too. That's crazy.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So now you get that certificate of formation. So now what you do, you go to irs.gov. You get your EIN. Once you get your EIN, you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Go over to Dun & Bradstreet, get your DUNS number. Right? Now, free game. Free game. Free game. You got your company name, LLC, whatever state you're in. You went and got your EIN. Okay, well, no, the first thing you do is right here. You go online before you do anything. You go to Google. I know people say, oh man, your email has to be, this is what people say. They say, of course, your email should never say at Gmail or at Yahoo and all that. That ain't stopping you from getting no loan, no grant or nothing. Okay, so don't believe that garbage. And in trucking, don't believe that garbage. In trucking, I ain't saying another business, but in trucking, don't believe that garbage. So now what you do is you go to Google or wherever, you get your email address, whatever you think your company gonna be called. You know what I'm saying? But don't even do it like that. Do the first initial something, admin at your company at gmail.com, right? Then you might have another one. That's your main one. You do admin, you know what I'm saying? Or info, right? So you get that established. Then you get your Google number. You know what I'm saying? It's free. Go get your Google number. That becomes your business line. Then you go get a virtual address. You hit me up on a DM or text or whatever. I send you one. You know what I'm saying? It's only $9.99. That's it. And it's actually a building. You know what I'm saying? And I can get you one whatever city you in. And this is the actual building. So the same thing people pay for these virtual addresses where they paying $79, $89 a month just to have a virtual address for mail come. It's because the same people It's the same people. The same people at the same building. There are packages for fools, and there's a package for smart people. So you have the 999 virtual address, right? Which is the same through the same companies, through the same regions, all these companies, same people, same building. You know what I'm saying? You can get your mail sent right to them. They got their stuff situated. Whatever you want forwarded to you, they'll forward it to you. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do it, but for 999, right? So you have that set. So now when you go to your Secretary of State, that's all the information you put in there. You're not putting your personal home, personal number, personal email. You're putting all business stuff. You go get your EIN, IS.gov, you knock that out. You go to Duns Bradstreet. Now we ain't even went to FMCSA yet, right?
No.
Because we're waiting. No problem. So we got all that stuff. So now it comes back a couple days, certificate formation. I got everything. So now I go over here, Duns number. I go start my business bank account. I got that popping, right? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the first tier of my business credit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do Quill, you know what I'm saying, those things like that, you know, to get the first tier because it's a 3-tier process for business credit. And haven't even got a truck yet. Haven't even started my authority yet, right? But I got a company. So now I waited about a week or so. So now I'm gonna say, okay, it's Friday. I'm gonna time it right because I know it's gonna take about 7 days at the longest, 7 days for me to get my authority. So I got all those things right. I got my bank popping now. I'm already starting my business credit. So now I'm going to the FMCSA. I'm gonna go ahead and start my authority. Now I already know I got to do the BOC3. You know what I'm saying? I got to enroll in a drug consortium. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm adding the max $49 or whatever. Of course, they got other things you can click to make it 89 to make it $200. Okay, whatever. I got to do UCR. You know what I'm saying? Was that drug consortium, UCR,
BOC3.
BOC3. One more thing. I can't think of what it is. But it's something simple though. It ain't nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's something simple. So apply for go to my authority, FMCSA. Boom. Jump on there. I don't know when be done in within 20 minutes. It's all done. I get to the last screen and say, hey, Mr. Grantham, you paid $300. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get your DOT number right now today. Boom. I hit it. It gives out my DOT number. It tells me a thing. Hey, you're gonna receive a lot of calls from this person, these people right here. That is not us. We do not call you. You know what I'm saying? We send stuff through official mail. We will never call you. You know what I'm saying? We'll send it through official mail. That's how we operate. So if anybody calls you or send a text to your phone saying, hey, your cert is due now, your benign, your annual, biannual, that's what's going to happen. There's just a service that's trying to get you. You know, so now as soon as you hit that right there, then you jump on the BOC3, you enroll in the drug consortium, you do the UCR, you ready to go. All you're waiting on now is your MC number. So in about 7 days, you know what I'm saying, your MC number is going to be ready. You can either be checking, wait for them to hit you, or you can keep checking the SAFRA website to see if your MC number is populated already. Now, people tell you all day, oh yeah, I have my numbers forever. Well, your numbers don't mean anything until you activate them.
Right.
It takes the insurance and those BOC3s and all those other things to activate. So now you got your MC number. The last thing you have to do now, G, is get your insurance. Okay. So now if you're doing intrastate, right? One, it's not an MC number for that. You know what I'm saying? You get it from your text. You get a text dot number if you're doing intrastate. So so now this other thing. So if you're doing intrastate, you went to the FMCSA, you're going to get a DOT number. That's going to happen. But they're going to tell you, hey, for this particular filing, because FMCSA is federal. You get what I'm saying? So if you're not doing interstate, meaning that you're not on the interstate, which they fund, then there is no cost. So you get a DOT number for free, and now you have to go to text.gov and get you a text dot number because you're gonna do interstate. Okay. And that's gonna cost you about $150, about $150. But to stay on interstate. So now 7 days go by, you get your MC number, you fired up because you already got the BOC3, you got the UCR, you enrolled in the drug consortium.
Clicking.
You ready to go. You just found your truck. You know what I'm saying? Because you ready to go. You call your insurance company. 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be Progressive. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a new carrier, because those are the ones that really kind of, get you knocked out or whatever. You get your insurance, and then when you're talking to the agent, they're gonna ask you, do we need to file state and federal or just state? Which one? They're gonna file federal filings. You know what I'm saying? Right. And of course, if you do federal filing, it's gonna automatically do state or whatever because they know what state you're coming out of. So they knock that out. If you call them in the morning, you get it done. It takes probably about an hour. You know what I'm saying? for FMCSA to receive it, to make sure everything is happening. By the time you call back at 2:30, you know what I'm saying, they probably got everything because you already did the BOC3, all the other stuff. Right. They reported to them already. Mm-hmm. So those things are already in the system. Only thing you were waiting for is insurance. So now tomorrow, the next day, you put on a load.
Wow. That's simple.
It's that's how it is. But everybody else can tell you it's this whole big process. Oh man, it's tough and it's hard and all that right there to do that. No, they're not rocket science. They're not, they ain't no smarter than you.
Right.
But people will fall for that though.
Yeah, they don't know.
They'll fall for that. You know what I'm saying? And so and that's the stuff we have to educate people on. Right. Those are things we have to show people. You know what I'm saying? How to do this. Understand the business credit is a tiered process. And you don't want to do one thing in front of the other. This game is out here, man. It's totally out here.
Free.
You know what I'm saying? Totally free. You know, even if you in a delayed situation where you're gonna wait, because now once you get your MC number back from the FMCSA, and you have 60 days to activate your authority. Mm-hmm. Now this is what a lot of people don't tell you. And if you read or whatever, you can get an extension. You know what I'm saying? So suppose you got to the 60th day and you haven't done it yet. And all it's going to do is saying you just have to resubmit the application again. That's all it is. There's no penalty. You just have to pay another $300 basically. That's all. But all your other stuff you already got. You still got your BOC3 and all that stuff right there. It's just once you get a new DO2 number that they give you, you just call people and say, hey, it's underneath this DOT now. Right? But you get the extension, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to do it. Mm-hmm. I've never seen anybody who hadn't needed extension that they not give it to them. Because they understand sometimes it's looking for a vehicle, you know what I'm saying, or they got kind of close to the date, you know. Right. But people, if you get somebody to do it for you, they're going to tell you, oh, no, you got to get it done by this date. If not, you got to do it all over. Why? Because it's going to benefit them. Because they get to file for you again. And they get to charge you again.
Twice.
Right?
Right.
But now, how about you be smart and be like, okay, you put yourself on this thing. Say, okay, I'm going to start the process. I'm going to give my DOT number. I know I got 7 days before it kicks back to me. Mm-hmm. I'm already over here building business credit still. So I'm going to wait. I'm waiting till 60 days. Why? Because I'm going to use that time to get business credit. I'm going to get me A and B fuel cards, right? I'm going to get some fuel cards where I can get diesel and unleaded. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be using these fuel cards. I'm going to have them reporting back to my DUNS, right? Mm-hmm. You know, before I even get a truck. So now by the time you get to the 60 day where you get a truck, you probably got credit good enough, business credit good enough to do some things already. See, that's the play that people don't think about. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you just portion yourself out and you wait for it. You know, and so, but who is out here explaining these things like this?
Nobody.
Have you ever heard somebody say that? No, nobody. And I'm hearing myself. I tell people personally, but nobody's out here telling nobody that.
Say, man, hopefully they're still watching because you just gave.
You know what I'm saying?
You just gave plenty.
You know, so is that, man. Well, you know, we got to help each other too sometimes.
Right.
You know, if you need something, man, hey, you need somebody to drive. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got you, bro. You know, I know you ain't feeling you sick. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what, sure you can make it because if one of your vehicles can move. But if you were making the other one move and somebody else was making the other one move, but now you got sick or something right there, or you feeling bad, you came out with cold, whatever. Yeah, it's moving, but that truck ain't moving. Mm-hmm. So it's like, hey, bro, hey, I'll come make a move for you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, just off the love, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay, just give me this right here. But you still making it. We have to learn to take care of each other and look out for each other.
That's true.
You know, and that's how we'll get ahead. So just like this, we having a show tonight. It's gonna help somebody. I promise you.
Man,
somebody's gonna send it to somebody. At least one section of it, or hey, man, go pay attention to this minute mark right here. Right?
Facts.
Tap in right there.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you can do it. And you don't have to worry about nobody getting mad at you. Oh man, well, you know, I'm gonna do this to him because whatever, man.
Right.
You know, there's enough people still out there to beat. People still want to be beat out there. Go beat them. Am I lying, G?
Not at all.
So there's enough suckers out there to keep being suckers.
Born every minute.
You know what I'm saying? Every minute, bro.
Yeah.
You know. But that's it, man. You know, from my piece of it, man. And I just want, you know, I love what you're doing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
and I'm gonna ask you to close and stuff too, but I just want to tell you though. So I love what you're doing.
Appreciate
you know, I always like the way you move. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's probably why it's only out of the ones that's there, the ones that are connected are the ones that's connected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We sap dog. You feel what I'm saying? You know, and I have to give Renee a lot of credit too. And the reason why, because if I hadn't known Renee, I wouldn't have known Twan.
Right. We wouldn't have got to this point.
You get what I'm saying? If I hadn't known Renee, I wouldn't have known you.
Right.
If I hadn't known Renee, I wouldn't have known Sat. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and through that connection with him, no matter what, he's responsible for the fact that we're connected.
Right.
He's responsible for that. You know what I'm saying? So I have to give him them
blessing,
flowers
man.
on that right there.
Totally.
You get what I'm saying?
Shout out to her.
You know, all day. Shout out my boy Noah Cross. You know what I'm saying? And so, but at the same time, just because people come together, it doesn't mean all those people stick.
No.
But we managed to stick. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And be individual men walking individually in our own uprightness.
Right.
Without anybody being over anybody.
The commission.
That's what shows me that we can all be at the same lake river drinking. And we don't need to own the lake or river because we all drinking.
Yeah.
And nobody's boss.
Come on, man. What's the group, man?
Come on now. You know what I'm saying?
What's the group? What's the group?
It's the damn doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know, but in reality, right? This is what we have to do. You know what I'm saying? And then we don't have to wait till we older to do it. We can push this thing to people, you know what I'm saying, so they can get it now. Like we sit here on a Friday at 9:55 at night, you know what I'm saying? You know, we got 10, 15 people still watching right now.
Appreciate
and
it.
It's Friday.
You could be doing
somebody,
else.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You drove up here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You drove up here. You know what I'm saying? G, you drove over here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most people, what they doing? They probably ready to pop bottles right now. They popping bottles, impressing somebody somewhere.
Spending money.
Impressing, you know, dudes out there impressing dudes at the end of the day because they ain't trying to impress the women. They ain't trying to impress ladies. We know it's just they trying to impress each other.
Crazy.
You get what I'm saying? Ain't talking about nothing. And here we are on a Friday night.
Chopping game up.
Yeah.
Valuable.
Now, now let's go to the other side of now. If people have insecure other halves and stuff, they be like, ain't no way nobody ain't no Friday night talking about helping people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Insecure people.
Right.
you feel what I'm saying? It's Friday, bro. We here talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Business and
dropping jewels, helping people on a Friday night.
Exactly. Yeah.
Come on, G, talk to me, baby. Yeah. We can't be doing this
helping
right here,
people
man.
Trying at least better themselves.
And I can tell you, probably 3 people that society would say will be written off.
Right.
That society probably would have wrote off. You get what I'm saying? You know? But here we are.
Positive, right?
Here we are trying to get. We trying to give it out here. We trying to get a game out on a Friday night.
Friday.
We want people to win on Friday night.
Free game Friday, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if they listen, what could they have learned tonight? Yeah, real talk.
Of course, they learn how to start up their own business, and then they'll have like at least a roadmap to what not to do, you know, and what moves to make, you know. So yeah.
Man, you just got a lot of valuable information just in the last 15, 20 minutes from the business aspect of it. From, like I said, from getting things in place before you even go make a purchase.
Right.
You know, just like you're talking about starting a tier ones, getting those things to start to evolve. Before you even go buy any piece of equipment, you already putting that plan together.
Already.
Making that play.
Already.
Hopefully somebody heard that.
I hope so too. Man, because it's just no reason, but they have to want to do it though. You can't expect the person that's teaching you to do it for you.
Yeah, because
once you're established, you have to want to do it, and that becomes the problem. That becomes an issue. I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just because you can do something don't mean you want to do something.
Right.
You pass that play. That play is okay. That's for you. I'm on to something else.
Facts.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't get it sometimes.
Who in there?
I don't get it.
Who in there?
Herbert Walker said, "Learn how you can gain info without always
clicking on you."
Who got on the line?
What's happening? What's happening?
Them Tony M. I heard it.
You know it.
I heard the voice.
I just popped the damn brakes. That's what I just popped. Yeah.
You just went on them.
Yeah,
come on now. On a Friday night, baby. You what?
Friday night. Tomorrow morning. Yeah. Tomorrow. Yeah. No doubt, man. You know, like Lee says, the phone rang. God dang, you ain't gotta look at me too hard.
I feel you. What's going on, T?
Oh, no, man. I was like, God dang it. I'm gonna go call right quick. God dang it. So, well, yeah, man. Listen, lot of information given in this show. You know, I hope not just folks watching, but people when they watch the replay, hope they stick and stay because there's heck of a gems dropped all throughout the doggone show. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully if you're hearing this now, you just opened your eyes or looked over, God dang it, hey, watch the whole show. No doubt. So so yeah, man, I just want to call in and say, you know, congratulations to the brother Lee and company, the other homie that's in there too.
You big Greg doing his thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
What's up, Greg? So yeah, man. So just want to call in, say congrats, no doubt, man. You know, rain or shine, we still got to get out here and go get it. But you know, like the other guy, you know, the Amazon, well, whatever he's hauling, whatever. If there's ice on the road in Texas, then I'm gonna probably have my ass hit still. That's just the way it's gonna be.
Yes,
life and limb, it ain't worth it, you know.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So look, like I said, congratulations, man. Congrats to you guys, and shout out to that network, man. You stick and stay for the guys that's still in it, whatever, you know. So, and you know, so that's about all I had, man. So
okay.
That's all.
All right, man. Hey, man, we got to connect real soon, man. We got to get back out there and go take somebody's table again. You know,
no doubt.
About time for us to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. No doubt.
A good old conversation. All right, bro.
Yes,
you have a good night. You be safe on that road, man. You get out there tomorrow now.
Yeah, we'll do.
All right, cool. Shout out to my boy Tony. I'm in the building. Yeah. See, that's that thing. Yeah. That's that thing, man. And Tony's somebody definitely a wealth of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the trucking game, bro. Right. He got this thing. He be out there rolling. He be out there doing things and making things happen. You know what I'm saying? On both fronts. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's flatbed, whether it's dump hauling, dump truck stuff, he's on it, man. You know, he's a country boy to his heart. You know what I'm saying? I love him for that, for who he is. And, you know, he's just a smart individual. I think he makes great plays. He moves different. You know what I'm saying? He's part of that move different family. And that's a good thing, man. But so the thing I want to ask you is this right here. Oh, I didn't ask you this, Rick. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. How was the experience tonight, man?
I loved it, man. I really loved it. This is the first time I actually had a chance to participate in a podcast and just, you know, I've been in a room with guys, you know, just chopping it up, just, you know, just kind of, you know, bouncing ideas off each other, just chopping up game. But this is the first time and I'm comfortable. You know, it was cool.
Oh yeah, you natural on this thing, guys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got natural swag to it.
The only thing we doing is just we chopping game amongst each other.
That's it.
That's it.
Actually, man, you prepared for the show? Prepared for the show. Yeah. Sit down and talk questions and answers.
Yeah,
like we normally do. Barbershop talk.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? And for people to have the ability to be able to learn, you know what I'm saying, or take something from it if they choose to. Right. You know, if they don't, I mean, I got it. You know, whatever. Yeah. You know, there's a course out there for them. You know, there's a course that's charging big money. I don't know what they're gonna get out of it, but you know, they charging.
Come on.
For you, man. So how was this for you tonight? You know what I'm saying?
And it's a good experience, man. I mean, definitely it was the exposure just to be able to explain some stuff and give some free knowledge. Not really game, but some free knowledge. Just give some people some free knowledge. Hopefully some hope. You know what I mean? Like for me, I would probably say to see myself here 42 years later at 42, I'd be lying to you because I ain't see past 21. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you. So to be here, man, it's a blessing. I'm just thankful. I thank God for it.
Right.
For real.
Right.
For real.
Yeah. I'm like Gerald Levert right now. You know how you start singing without the mic. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel it. He only had the mic with him because he ain't thinking about it. He just,
for real.
You know, nah, that's good, bro. Like I said before, I'm proud of what you're doing, man. I'm happy to see how you're moving. I know it's only great things coming from you, you know. And you know, I appreciate you giving people this knowledge. You know, I know you be out here on IG talking in lives with people who out here doing it as well.
Big Six, man.
And then going out, shout out damn Big Six. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's good. And there's enough people that's gonna be out here that's gonna try to take, you know, stuff you say and sell it. You know, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of vultures out here, bro.
And you know what? Not to cut you off, but you know what else, man? If y'all don't get no inspiration from certain individuals, man, surround yourself with people that's gonna inspire you, man. What I mean by that is like, you see all the pages and everything, man. Boss Man Brewster, man. I look at that brother, man, and it's like I can't do nothing but tip my hats off to him because I can recognize and relate to what he doing. But he done did it on the masses, man. I mean, when you look at Wallow 267, I see Boss Man Brewster coming up that same platform doing that same thing, man. What that brother doing out there in Fort Worth is great. And I can't do nothing but recognize it, acknowledge it. You know what I mean? Because it don't cost you nothing to give people their flowers where they're supposed to have them. You know what I mean? Shout out Boss Man Brewster, for real.
Brother, they're doing it.
Yeah, for real. Look at Chris, man. Look at our brother Chris, Syntax. Look at what Chris doing with the bumper pool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they talk about what you need, what kind of equipment, what you need to get money. Look at what Chris doing, man, with that bumper pool.
Right.
Look at how busy Chris be.
He be, hey, listen, I talked to Chris today, man. I talked to him today, man. He was he's supposed to come here. And but Best Ride got a call, hit Beaumont.
Yeah.
He hit me, he said, hey G, man, he said, I got something I had to run over to Beaumont. Chris be about that money, bro.
Yeah.
He be making that thing happen. Yeah. That bumper pool, I call it the little trailer that could. That particular trailer. The little trailer, and it be wham stuff out.
Last week you saw me with that what that was, the motor. That big old motor.
Yeah.
That was the assist that came from Chris.
Come on now.
Man, Lee, what you doing? I'm off. I didn't plan on working. Man, this thing going 75 miles, maybe. 9,000 pounds. Where it pick up at? Right there, coming. I'm on my way.
Right.
Networking, relationships.
What's about right there?
Relationships.
Alley-oop, baby.
Yeah. Alley-oops.
Alley-oop.
Yeah.
One of his people he couldn't get to, so I was able to help him get his people situation.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Relationships, man.
Keep the face right at all times.
Your face call got to be good.
And he got that coming relationship.
Serious.
You know, like Chris, you might well call Chris Cummins.
Serious.
Chris Cummins. He got the serious relationship. Serious relationship, bro. You know what I'm saying? The inside, he's a serious relationship. And so just being networked with somebody like Chris, man, and you know, he think I'll be teasing me. I said, man, send me something. He said, man, I ain't messing with you, man. You know you ain't doing it. I'm saying, bro, come on, I'll take the Cummins stuff somewhere. But he's a good guy, he's a great guy, you know. So shout out to him as well. So hey man, I appreciate y'all brothers, man.
Yes,
I really do.
Sir,
you know what I'm saying?
We be back, man.
Know,
We be back.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? When you doing all the other stuff, excavators and stuff, that's next on deck, you know. The excavator gang. Start the excavator gang. So
they ain't hear that. They ain't hear that. They ain't hear that.
You know, so hey, thank you all, man, for always tuning in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you supporting what, you know what I'm saying, 5Cast is representing, what 5Cast is trying to do. We want to I'm not saying people are underdogs, but the people who are getting out here making things happen. And just really, you know what I'm saying, for the young lady who has the wine up here in the front, you know, she doing great things. My boy Hollywood, he got the beard oil. He's doing the thing. My girl J-Lo, Candle Co, she got the candles out here. You know, so just anybody who is out here doing great things, that's what it's about. You know, got a show next week. I just got one show next week. That's Tuesday, because there's a lot of things being prepared for the rodeo. You know what I'm saying? Got some little things I'm gonna be trying to do out there. Well, I ain't trying to do nothing that I'm gonna be doing out that way. And in support of you know what I'm saying, Bun B. It's a great thing for Bun to be out here doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying, with the Heritage Day on next Friday. It's beautiful. He, you know, where somebody could have just done something for himself, just for him, he pulled all these other artists in. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So they can, because this is monumental. It's history, man. It's never happened before. So he didn't want to just be selfish with it. So he brought all these people out to be part of it, man. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be a very beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? And so just to be there and to see it, and it's just really a great thing. Right. You know, And if you tune in on Wednesday at 11 a.m. on Sirius XM, you know what I'm saying, channel 43, the Two Trio Show. In fact, that episode they'll be talking about it, you know what I'm saying, what's coming up on Friday, which is a great thing. So definitely check that episode out. A lot of people be flying in here next week to go to the rodeo because it is such a monumental thing. So definitely do that. And of course, this is the home of the recording place of the Two Trio Show, you know what I'm saying, on Rock the Bells, you know what I'm saying, radio with LL Cool J. So we love that. We love the relationships. It's networking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's networking to be here and listen to a legend, you know what I'm saying, sitting down as we're talking about different things, talking about life and just kind of learning even the UGK heritage, the UGK history. It is amazing to hear from the Oracle himself. You know what I'm saying? And not in a way of just like talking as artists, but just talking as a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? And we sitting here chopping it up and I'm learning, and been doing it for the past year, you know what I'm saying, with them. So it's really a great thing. And I think it's an honor for me to even be able to host that show here. And it's a beautiful thing. So, hey, I thank y'all guys, you know what I'm saying? I have a show on Tuesday with the CEO of a Lucky Girl, Lucky Girl C, and she also owns Dope Boy Dreams clothing line. A female that owns a male clothing line. It's a great day. Okay, hold on. Somebody snuck in on us. Who we got on the line? Who we got?
Naya.
Oh shoot! Shout out to daggone Naya. Naya, old truck driver extraordinaire. Okay. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, girl? How you doing?
Hey! I'm sorry if it's too late because
too late. What you mean too late? You got in. You good?
Got a little spotty. I'm good. Okay. I just want to say, of course, as always, the interview amazing. I appreciate the story. I mean, I don't know. This is so many golden nuggets that was dropped out the whole interview. I just appreciate the whole thing. And what really kind of resonated with me when you were talking about just like the hard work that goes into entrepreneurship. And I was just thinking about how the fact, like, I just been working since I was 12 years old, and I've been putting in so much hard work. But I'm in the process right now of building a business myself. So it's just like, even though like it can be intimidating to hear, like, okay, it's gonna take a lot of work and you gotta always be ready. But at the same time, like, why not? Why make somebody else rich? Why work for somebody else? Why kill yourself for somebody else? Because my company that I'm in right now, they done sent me to every snowstorm that we didn't have this year. They sent me right into it every single time. So I'm just like, these people trying to kill me, but you know what? It's all right. It's all right. Like, it's just a whole learning lesson. So just to listen to them just talk about the work that goes into it, like at one point in my life, it would have been intimidating, but like listen to somebody who's not only putting in the work and also getting results from it, it's just like, it's encouraging to know that it's worth it. And to just hear somebody, who's come from, some hard times and just increase and level up, I just love it. I just love it all together.
You sound like you got turning signals on. You out there in that rig?
You already know.
Say she just got the load.
Oh, you just picked the load up?
No, I'm on my way to Arizona. I got it yesterday.
Oh, okay. Look at you out there making the moves. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's short lived though, right?
Yes. Very short. Very short.
It's short lived, right? You only making the move for them for a little while longer,
right?
Exactly. And I'm just counting all joy.
And I will say this, young lady. You know what I'm saying? In fact, she was on my show. She was on my show. No, I was telling them that you were on my show before, and that she's starting a journey.
Right.
She's starting a journey right now, and this journey is a journey of excellence. And the fact, even what she just said, this company has sent her in every major snowstorm that's been going. Look at the experience they have given her for her own business now.
Exactly.
And go back to what I said, man. It's conditioning. What they don't realize is they conditioning you. So when you do come out here, you're gonna be a force to be reckoned with because you already conditioned. I haven't went through a snowstorm yet, so I wouldn't know how to respond yet. You in the rig out there, so that's motivation for me.
Right. See,
I love
see
it.
what I'm saying?
I love
you
it.
find people up out here,
right?
And that's what it's about. And so when you do, when you cross over here shortly, and people see your result because you ain't talk about it, you just did it, and they're just gonna see, and it's gonna be like how you gonna stop her? You can't stop somebody who's doing it already.
Right.
She's already doing it. She don't have to figure out. She don't have to go get a CDL. She don't have to do none of that stuff. She's already doing it.
Right.
So now she's just gonna transition for herself now. You know what I'm saying? Right. Ain't gonna have a business credit built and all this stuff like that when she's ready to go. And so she's gonna walk her where people be starting because they just got their stuff. She's gonna already be a veteran in it and be like, man, please, that was back then, right there. We already had that established. That was already done.
Something else.
And, but then what she's gonna do, she's gonna take all that knowledge. What she's gonna do? She's gonna pass that knowledge on.
Each one.
And people that's gonna come to her who's trying to naysay her and tell her no, it can't be done. She can already talk about, well, you must be lying because that's what I'm doing. Because they're gonna think she's working for somebody, but she's working for herself. And they're gonna tell her how hard it is to even get out there. You can't get out there.
Yeah.
You can't get out there. And did you hear him talk about going in and talking to the shipping managers?
I did.
Okay,
I
then.
did.
Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
I heard him.
Hello.
But I'm grateful for that too, because I was thinking, because I was listening when he said he would create polo shirts and give it to people. The other day I was thinking I feel like I want to give people something.
Right.
Like honestly, I'm just grateful, not even just to the managers, because I feel like I want to give them something, but at the same time they need to know who I am. Mm-hmm. And so to me that's just kind of confirmation. So it has me kind of just, thinking ahead. Just like I said, so many golden nuggets this job, and I'm just grateful. I'm not there right now physically, but I just feel like I'm in your interviews. Like I just be sitting at at my steering wheel, just like I gotta remind myself pay attention to. No, I'm just joking, but I just appreciate it. Thank you for the platform, for giving people, and also thank you, gentlemen, for coming on. And I'm just sharing your story and your words of wisdom, because let me just let you know, if nobody else says it, it's definitely helping somebody. And sometimes all it takes is one person. Right. And I'm like just putting all the information within me, because I realized I said, I've been talking to the wrong people. I've been listening to the wrong people, and people, and I say this to my friend all the time, people, they always want to tell you something they're not doing, or they might have did it, but they were inconsistent. They, kind of dropped off from it. But I was like, I want to hear the people who's really going after and getting it, because like G said, I don't want to hear negativity. And I didn't even realize that I would be so negative myself. And so now, for myself, I'm checking me, because you can do it on a biblical standpoint, a scripture, or even natural. But when you're giving out negativity, sometimes you go back to yourself. So I'm like, let me just make sure I'm keeping my mind focused, positive, letting it do what it do, be anxious for nothing. So I'm just grateful to just listen to all, just grow and build. It's so beautiful to see, and it's so encouraging.
I appreciate it, because it means a lot to me, man, especially when I hear, I pull up a lot of truck stops, and I run up on everybody, but I run up on so many women, and I'll be like, hey, man, y'all motivate me, because y'all in a semi, I can drive them, but it's some men that can't drive them, so that's motivating some men, like, man, you know what, I can do this too, this woman doing it.
Right.
So you motivating a man that he's able to take the next step. You know what I'm saying? So we all bouncing off each other, and we motivating each other.
That's it.
That's what it's about.
And so let me ask you this one thing before you go.
Yes, sir.
Give me something that you really learned tonight.
Oh, it was a lot of stuff just said on today, but well, for one, I thought it was interesting. One thing that you were just talking about, how the brokers, how they'll be getting you the loads, and when you're signing off on it, they're taking a percentage. I never knew that, how they can, once you start kind of running your own loads and stuff like that, they can take a percentage off of, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know how.
Are you talking the dispatchers? You saying dispatchers?
Yeah.
Or
the dispatchers.
Right.
You were saying that when you start taking your own loads, but if you ran for a certain broker or dispatcher, they can take a percentage off of
she talking about
what you're doing.
Right. She talking about if you broker the load with a broker and then you double back on it. That back charge.
Oh yeah, back charge. If you because you sign, because when you and it's the thing, when you learn carrier packets, you know what I'm saying, we give you a couple of them so you can read them. A lot of people don't do it. What they do, they just want the rate con so damn bad. They'll fill out the carrier packet so fast just to get it, just to get that rate con. and they're not paying attention to it. And some people not even reading the rate con because the rate con will have a lot of penalties on it. The rate con, you know, and people like a little thing I used to do with my guys and me was this right here. Brokers sometimes they'll be like, let's say for flatbed, you come up with a price, right? And people not paying attention to the terrain or the area they're riding in, or they don't pay attention to the weather. I pay attention to the weather,
right?
And so, and they'll slide in there on your rate con that you know, carry a must tarp load, right? And included in price, and they'll put that in there on an asterisk, right? So you get the rate con, or your dispatcher get the rate con so fast because they looking at the number, and they mess around and sign it, and they send it back to them, right? So now at that point you're in a contract. The rate con is a contract. So now you look at it, now you hot because something got wet or something like that, or whatever the situation is, or now you got to tarp it, but you ain't even bring no tarps with you. Now you got to go run and find some tarps. Now you 38 hot, right? But what you gonna do? You refuse it, and then you know you're gonna run the risk of different things happening or whatever. But my thing is, if it's a tarp load or whatever, they're gonna put it on the rate con. Oh, I'm gonna have it on there. So you need to annotate this on the rate con. If tarp is required, you know what I'm saying? Any portion of this right here is $250, and they have to annotate it on my rate cons. See, some people say, "Oh, I do it for $50 or whatever." That's them. I don't like tarps. You know what I'm saying? So you want that? You're gonna pay $250. If you tell me I had to do it,
I know that's right.
You're gonna put $250 on there. You know, there's no if and buts about it because I already know it. Then again, I know what the broker getting for the load, and I know what they told the shipper because it has to be tarped. So imagine somebody you getting a load, it's tarping. You sitting there saying, "Okay, well I charge $50 if I have to tarp it." They don't care because they don't told the shipper. You know what I'm saying? Okay, shipper, this has to be tarped, so that's gonna be $250. They'll tell them just like that, smooth. And now you only got $50 out of it because your standing thing is, well, I'm gonna get 50 if it's tarp. So okay, you're gonna laugh at you. Okay, I got 200 extra now, and I can just kill you for 3,000 on the load, right? Because the load paid $5,000, but they put it on the board for 1,200. And you thought you did something because you got 2,000 miles, so now you got 1,600, 1,800. Okay, you got 2,000 on the load, right? But they paid 5,000 for the load. You got 2,000. He's sitting up. He got 3,000. But you felt like you did something because you got 2,000 miles. Please, and my, you got 2,000 miles plus $50 for tarp. But he got $200 off. He got $200 for your tarp.
Right.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the deal.
You're giving out so much
I'm not giving out
information for free, right?
I'm not giving out
You're
nothing.
not giving it out?
No.
This podcast?
I ain't giving it out.
I'm talking about on the podcast. You're giving out information.
I'm just talking reckless.
All right, you just talking regular.
I'm talking reckless. It's Friday.
I'm gonna tell people go listen to Brian's regular talk because you just might get something. Like I appreciate the regular talk, and I was like, you know what? Next week is gonna be G5 week. I'm just gonna listen to all the interviews because I'm like, you guys just sometimes when you like going after, you just gotta program your brain. So I appreciate it. That's all. I just wanted to let y'all know. I'm grateful.
Appreciate you.
Salute, baby. Salute, baby.
All right. Hey, be safe out on that road, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Good night.
All right, good night. All right, there. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? I just like that part of the song right there, man. For whatever reason. She fill my mind up with ideas. Man, I just love that right there. That just do something to me, boy. Right, you know what I'm saying? You getting the right lighting, and that come on, man, your mind can just go somewhere. Yeah. It can just go somewhere, okay? Hey, man, once again, I appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I really, you know what I'm saying, G, you family now, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Not many people know where the 5 layer is. You know what I'm saying? You know where the 5 layer is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you always welcome, you know what I'm saying, to come through, whatever. Real talk. And that's real. And that's real, man.
I appreciate that.
You know, because this is all we do right here. You know what I'm saying? We kick this game. We push it out there. We want people to be better every day. And that's all we want people to do, man. And hey, if you how can they find you if they need your services?
Yeah, look me up on IG, First Choice Transportation. First Choice _ Transportation 20.
You know what I'm saying? And he'll make it happen now. He'll make that move for you. You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm always looking for some new shippers, new brokers, direct customers, 210-502-4101. Tap in whenever y'all ready. If y'all need it done, I'll get it done.
He gonna make it happen on the flatbed, box truck, whatever, sprinters, you know what I'm saying, vans, bicycles, tricycles, and you know what I'm saying, hey, baby pickup truck.
Now, so I have my website posted soon.
Okay,
that should be your slogan too. If you want it done, I'll get it done.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. Name but one choice. That's first choice. You know what I'm saying?
Make your first choice. Your
period.
Right choice.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Period. All right, y'all. Hey, I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Y'all have a great night. Be safe out there on the road. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing, and I appreciate everybody. Thank you. Always. You know what? I gotta end with my girls. I gotta end with her commercial.
I remember my first paycheck as a company driver. I was appalled. How could I survive on $600 a week gross? Paying bills and managing over the road on a trainer's truck, things could get tight. I knew then that I had to help create the change that I wanted to see. To be impactful to the underserved trucking community, I founded my nonprofit Sunshine for Truckers.
G5 legacy never in the bitch.